Brave. Don't drop it. Remember that time Keselowski was doing his burnout and the American flag fell out of his car and the crowd booed because it fell? I was like, calm down. Yeah. With a little bit of Suarez. No, he looks like Ross Chastain, Daniel Suarez, Denny Hamlin. Who is this guy? He looks like Suarez, Chastain, and Larson and Hamlin all like face swapped or whatever. Is he take off them sunglasses? If he's cross-eyed, then he is Ross.
He'll call him Cross Chastain.
Cross Chastain. How come nobody's called him that yet?
Patent it. Get it trademarked though.
Nerds. I got Sling on my TV now so I can watch the Vikings and Saints in the
Red
morning.
Zone.
Yep. Well, race on big
Andy
TV,
Dalton
Red Zone on that.
versus Kirk Cousins again.
Round two.
London again.
No Michael Thomas for the Saints.
I can't believe it. I think
14 different winners.
14
it's
never
the
winners.
Saints a better chance with Andy Dalton. I really hate.
Yeah, he'll take care of the ball.
I really think they got a better chance.
I think the Vikings dominate and win
Yeah, I picked them.
fairly easily, but yeah, they're at least not.
When I
They're
heard
probably not
Andy
going to turn the
Dalton
ball
play,
over a
I was
bunch.
like, he could just have that game where you just show up and fucking want to play. Even though he played like shit the first time they played.
Shouldn't have ate that, but I only ate 2 pieces, so I'm good. I could probably eat one more, but I ain't gonna. Dylan fucked up and brought pizza 2 hours after I got back from Denny's. There's my stream. Who's the goofball that wins this? Well, I'm going to say Jordan Anderson or Austin Wayne Self or Johnny Sauter. Parker Retzlaff is in this race. Parker Kligerman's in this race. Parker's doing both races today. Parker Kligerman. Lawless Allen. That's as good as Buckshot Jones. Whew. We got 2 races today. And they're fairly short races too, especially the truck race. Truck race ain't even like, it's only like half of the cup race.
I thought it was going to be a mess.
Usually is.
The implications.
Xfinity being the mess is the problem because Talladega doesn't have lights and that race ain't until 4:30. And Brandon Brown literally won because there was a bunch of late cautions and a long red flag, and next thing you know, it started getting dark with like 3 or 4 to go. So they had to call it last time. And then, of course, the dumbest meme in American history was born out of that. So it was just a shitty day all around. It was funny when it first happened. It was funny when it first had the "Let's Go Brandon" thing. It was funny as shit because you could hear me on my stream because I'm like, "Oh yeah, they're saying fuck Joe Biden," and she goes, "They're saying Let's Go Brandon." I was like, I was like, "No, they're not." Like, that's funny though. That's cute. I like that. Let's go. And then it just got ran into the fucking ground. It's like, oh Lord. Michael says he's stuck at work, so he put in a bunch of bets for me and him for the truck race. Hey, that works for me. It's truck. You might as well throw fucking darts at a board to decide who you're going to bet on. The restaurant business is holding Michael hostage today, so I don't know what my bet. I don't know if I'm winning money or not.
Ryan Priest.
Guess it'll be a pleasant surprise.
Jack Wood.
Yeah,
Jack Wood.
Cade said maybe today's the day DiBenedetto finally wins something. I'm like, fat chance.
He'll be the first one to wreck.
Yeah.
Talk about somebody wrecking the field.
I was looking forward to having all them days off this week, but I took the hours at that other store. I hope I like it over there. Found out Lori's daughter, Caitlin, she wants to leave too. She don't like the old lady. She says the old lady just sits around and she gets full benefits, and they're trying to make Caitlin work like 9 days in a row, and she don't get benefits. Like,
nope. Yep.
Eat my ass, buddy. And if Caitlin leaves, I don't feel bad about leaving, even though Mike's there. But goddamn, Mike's been there for years. He can handle it. I try to take Mike with me just to hurt, because I know it would hurt the store if he wasn't in there.
Did Haley qualify?
Yeah, she qualified 27th. No, Natalie, we were going to have Decker and Deegan in the same race. And then Decker didn't qualify.
There is absolutely no place like it. Talladega Super
Talladega. A race starting before 1. Allegedly. Yeah. Next week before the Roval, fucking Giants are playing the Packers tomorrow. I wish I could watch all that game, but if we're going to Charlotte, we'll have to leave like before the end of the game.
I ain't missing that stupid doing myself a favor.
Damn, we gotta get Sling on our phones too, so we can have Red Zone on during the race. Be like, you get signal at Charlotte. I always seem to have pretty good signal at Charlotte. It's Bristol that I ain't got nothing.
I had signal at Bristol.
I had signal at Darlington that was pretty good, but at Bristol I had nothing. No, Natalie Decker didn't qualify. She can't win.
Each and every year since the playoff format began here at Talladega. Row 6 there, Corey Hines.
I was playing Heat 5 this morning. Woke up early.
Send Jack Wood to victory lane.
Let's see if we can get a word with them.
Talladega's got wood, is what Vince Welch can say if Jack Wood wins. Yeah. Jack Wood has yellow wood.
Yeah, I got you, Michael.
Where's Bobby Gerhart? Oh, wait, this ain't Arca.
This weekend. You were on the track last night across the street at the short track. Tell me what that was like.
Dicker Deegan 1-2. Those dreams have to wait for another day.
We had a blast. Had the Halmar 44 went all out first time. Oh, shoot, over.
Jennifer Joe Cab.
Good time.
How'd she qualify?
Timmy Hill.
And Spencer Boyd did.
Got to spend some time with Red Farmer. Met him when we were parked.
I know Spencer Boyd's got to be crushed.
He helped follow this.
You know, I don't like Toyotas, but the Toyota trucks look really cool.
So, a lot of fun. We had a 6th place finish in
And you see less of them, Kyle, with Chevy.
Yeah. Yeah, it's going to really hurt the Toyota truck program. I'm wondering what other team Toyota's going to snap up and give a bunch of money.
Just to try to be as smart as we can. Hopefully we get hooked up with the fast trucks. Get to the front, score some stage points.
She was a Toyota development driver, but they let her go. Now she's with Ford.
Try to be smart about it all day.
And Ford doesn't have any good Xfinity cars.
Hang out with Red Farmer. That's certainly very special. Any day you can do that.
Joe Cobb Deegan 1-2. Yes. Deegan's going to win, and Jennifer Joe Cobb's going to finish second.
Jessica Parker, love you guys.
Sarah Jessica Parker.
That's just a good
What's
dude
the
right there,
over
man. He
under
wants to
on
race
call- on
every day.
trucks
He
that
can.
finish
He's a
this
family man. And
When
that's
Tate Fogelman won, there was like 7 or 8.
Very similar track to the Talladega short track too, right? He told me this morning when I talked to him, Vince, he said, we're at the short track last night, we're at the long track today. And it is long as you're looking at Camping World Track.
I'll show you long.
And that front straightaway ain't so straight. No, it's not straight at all. It's 2.66 miles in length. That's why they call it the long track.
Where's my craftsman?
Or as Marty Reed once said, 188 laps around this 2.6.6.626 racetrack. What kind of stage lengths is that? 20 laps. That's like a race on Heat 5 that we do really quick. We got to play Heat 5 again soon.
That can be
I'm down with that.
stretched a little bit if you want to. Jamie, what's going on?
I know we got to play Madden and GTA and everything, but we got to play Heat 5 soon.
Well, Ryan Priest is back in the 17 truck today.
I was going to play this morning, but we went to Denny's, and I was just playing Heat 5 after because I didn't want to start a game and not be able to finish it before the race.
His average finish, 4.6. That includes a win at Nashville. I'm saying Priest is my pick to be the playoff disruptor of today's race. Josh?
Well, you're talking playoff disruptors. Look for a guy that's been eliminated from the postseason in the 42 of Carson Hocevar. Told me flat out he is tired.
Well, I like how we've had 4 eliminated drivers win in Cup, and the next race is Talladega, so the chances of having 5 straight eliminated drivers win is pretty high.
In the gut, but he's been proactive about it, going back, watching those races, and figuring out what he can do better. In terms of today, Super Speedway, not necessarily his forte. His crew chief Phil Gould says it's all about learning how to handle the draft, how to pass at a Super Speedway. So it's about getting experience, but deep down inside there, Carson, it's about getting that win, guys.
He's been runner-up 4 times in his career.
I kind of want to see Noah win
the
because I
checkered
think
flag.
it's
Maybe
fucking
today.
Yeah.
That's the day. How about those onboard cams? Begin with Ben Rhodes. He's looking for some good fortune, Mike. Yeah, starting back in the 15th spot. He's got the Kubota sponsorship.
Brennan Gaughan, who has not driven the new cars, said, "Oh, them cars don't hit that hard." Talking about the Cup car, Denny Hamlin was like, "You're a fucking idiot." Denny Hamlin basically was like, "You are a fucking idiot. Don't talk."
That's what Ben's
Randy Gaullen's like, well, it's nothing like back in the day. Actually, yeah, it is. Guy who hasn't driven new Cup cars says, oh, they don't hit that hard. Yeah, and Tua didn't have a concussion Sunday.
Yeah, I like how Mike McDaniels is like, Teddy's going to start if Tua can't play. If.
Barry McCockiner made me laugh today. Antonio Brown tweeted some shit that just didn't make any sense. And he said, y'all be trying to bury me, but he put Barry because he doesn't know how to fucking spell. And Barry McCockiner tagged him and said, hey, leave me out of this shit. Y'all tried to bury me.
Won back in 2012 and did it again in 2017. Grant Enfinger and Johnny Sauter, by the way, the other two former Talladega winners.
Food country.
But a little radio from Kligerman's crew in that 75 team.
Guys, thank you for the opportunity as always. Thanks for hard work. It's a beautiful truck we got here. Done it once before.
I like the tie.
We know how to get it done here. It's a beautiful day.
Oh, Justin Allgaier's driving the 62 tomorrow, Caden.
Sky Parker, by the way, one of 4 drivers doing
Allgaier to 62, Noah in the 48. I think Hemrick's in the 16 tomorrow.
Blaine Perkins all doing double duty as well. And starting along the front
Parker Kligerman double duty.
This season and his teammate is Chandler Smith.
Your odds today are pretty high. You might wind up in 3 or 4 big ones between these two races.
I get caught up in the moment of something and lose sight of what we're actually here for. Appreciate each and every one of y'all. Good luck to you guys. Have some fun today, Lambert. Appreciate you as always.
Thought that's interesting. You mentioned Chris Lambert there, the spotter. The spotter's going to be the MVP in this one today. I think no matter.
I watched Richmond and regretted every second of it. That was the worst truck race I've ever seen.
Who you got, Phil? You got one of the 15 drivers in this race.
I guess that explains it. I buy power.
Or one of the 21.
That's ironic on a KBM truck. I buy power. Yeah, y'all sure do.
I'm going to watch Bailey Curry in the 44. Every time he gets in something, he always seems to outperform what the
I agree. Allgaier should be in the 48, and Noah should have stayed in the 62. But apparently Noah had an agreement in place with Hendrick Motorsports that if one of their drivers had to miss a race, he gets the 48, or the 24, or the 5, or the 9, whichever one. And
What would have happened if Bowman would have been out and Byron got suspended?
I would say they'd put Allgaier in one and Noah in the other. That's what I figure. Remember, Jimmy Johnson had COVID in 2020. Allgaier ran Indianapolis in the 48.
Throughout the course of this race today, there are so many important opportunities for these playoff guys. Well before
Kyle Busch won a truck race here once, and he hates this kind of racing.
I didn't see that on your race analysis. He'll survive to lap 9.
He's going to make me watch.
They're all lined up, 36 in the field, and we're getting ready to go racing. It's green at Talladega.
Talladega, Tallywhacker Super Speedway.
The jump, I say he dives to the bottom when they get toward turn. Already done it. Down low. And that's what I think we're going to see early. But these leaders just manage this race by running right around the bottom of the racetrack. And then the outside lane will be seeing what kind of runs they can get to.
It's a shame we ain't got Junior here to go, oh, we got Crash.
Oh, we got a spinner in 3.
And the camera's like,
They're just stuck like this.
Some laps.
John Hunter Nemechek dominated qualifying.
They know
He
what
was so
happens.
much
We
faster
go
than
drop
everyone
the
else. Than a couple of tenths.
3 trucks.
you know, on Door Bumper Clear this week, Freddie Kraft said if me and Bubba are running like 15th coming to the end of a stage and we don't think we can get through the 3 wide shit to get to the top 10, we'd automatically just back the fuck out.
Blood pressure elevates when Talladega starts. These trucks are already bobbing and weaving all over the place. It's going to be intense all day long. And these guys are going to battle.
They're very turbulent, these trucks. They're unstable. You think with all that downforce they'd be a little more stable, but they're not.
Care of his teammate. He's just trying to manage both lines right now. If the outside line has a little momentum, he'll jump up there and try to stall that out a little bit.
And remember, no locking bumpers.
That's a dangerous game to play when you're the leader because you just got to time that perfectly. You go to block the upper lane, and then you get turned around. And with the aerodynamics of these trucks with those big cabs, they get such a quick run, a lot faster than either the Xfinity cars or the Cup cars would get.
Pylon on the left-hand
Air
side
is a
of the
mystery.
8 championship hopefuls. Well, 7 of the 8 highlighted in yellow. And Ty Majeski, the only driver that has clinched a spot in the championship 4, has that green background.
And he's just up there racing hard like he needs to win. That's these truckers' attitude. They're not going to lay back. He heard Stuart Freese. He wants to be smart, but he knows what's at stake. He knows what he needs to do. Stuart currently riding in the 14th position there on the outside. And this is going to be a good push. Zane's already there. Majeski's on him, and they're going to go by. And we're on lap number 3, and we're already pushing.
Hold your 3 fingers up. We're on lap 3.
Anderson maybe tiptoed below that double
These
yellow
fucking
line.
nerds at this race, me and Cameron went to once were doing that shit. I'm like, dude, it's not 2001.
Going below that double yellow
Ooh,
line.
Hocevar.
I just asked Johnny Sauter, right? Had a win taken away because
It said
he
Jordan
did that
Anderson
and
passed
gifted
him.
to Spencer.
Kraus and Tanner Gray, or
This is
that's Taylor Gray in the 17, right? Who's in the fucking 17? Oh, no, it's Priest. It's Priest, my bad.
Usually they get that inside line worked out.
I ain't watched trucks a lot lately. Ooh, whoa, whoa, whoa.
Kraus, who was on that
They didn't even. You see fucking Majeski almost get wrecked by. Was that the 18 pushing him?
Third truck on the outside line, and he got out. He bailed out. Said, I'm going to get back and play it a little safer here. Things getting chaotic.
Looks like the initial start right here, other than the 3 wide.
Well, Caden, I don't know who Logano's going to block tomorrow. He was complaining that guys don't race hard enough and that they don't deserve to win if they don't race hard.
Down there, you
When
see
did he
the
say
push.
that?
He said that this week about Talladega. He said guys don't race as hard as he does, and it's not fair. He said you shouldn't get rewarded for not being good at it.
They got pushed sideways a little bit.
There's been a couple of near wrecks, and the announcers ain't even reacted to any of them.
Right behind him in that 4 truck. Ty Majeski leads the outside line. Majeski won the most recent race at
Zane Smith is the leader, but here comes Tom Majeski. I got to talk like Vince Wells.
Say he won it twice, but he certainly got the checker flag when it counted.
Ozzy, what do you want?
Watch the 3 down the back.
Yeah, now they're going to notice the almost wrecked.
Truck in line, 4th truck in line on the inside.
Yee-hoo.
There's the big wiggle. And that was a save. That was a whole lot more anxious in that truck than it was outside it.
Jordan Anderson, a very good
Hug
super
yellow
speedway
line.
racer, has been runner-up a couple of times on the super.
Yeah, I don't care what happens early in the race. I'm staying right on the bottom. And I'm nervous. And I'm nervous if the 18's pushing me because he almost wrecked Majeski through the tri-oval 2 laps ago.
Damn, John Hunter is shoving shit.
He's built a nice team.
No what, bumpers.
It's been a great day so far at Talladega.
Yeah, we've seen and talked a little bit more about him now in an owner role versus a driver role. As he's
Michael, you're here.
shifted some of
You got money on Deegan, Matty D, and Austin Wayne Self. Well, we're not making any fucking money today.
on the inside. Right behind
Thanks a lot, Michael.
Talladega has like 80 to 1 odds.
Uh, just go to the back, Majeski.
Outside, I think he got
Let him
pushed
go.
there, Phil. Chandler was able to get him out of shape a little bit and went to the bottom and grabbed that spot. Look at
Disrespecting
that retreat.
iRacing legend Tom Majeski.
the 38, Zane Smith leading the way so far on that inside lane. What's
I love the
going on
fucking
with that team, Jamie?
flaps coming up on the trucks.
Well, I talked to Zane Smith yesterday, and he told me he is not a fan of racing on super speedway style tracks.
You know, it's funny. The more and more I hear guys talk, the more and more I just think everybody hates it.
And he said on top of it, I want practice at a place like this.
I question letting some of the people in this field race on a super speedway. Like ARCA and trucks having super speedway races, I question that. Does anybody else agree?
Opener at Daytona, so he's had some good success on the super speedway. I mean, anytime you get a win, you can't argue with it. But his 2 starts here at Talladega, Zane has finished 33rd. With
I got to rely on a guy who's never won, a girl that's never going to win, and a wife beater pillhead. That's who I got to rely on here for money. Oh, well, I'll have a reason to cheer for him. Why'd they go quiet? Oh. Hey, they're doing split screen already. I guess tomorrow morning, I'll stream the Vikings and the Saints until it gets to be a crappy game, so I might not stream the full game. I haven't had to invoke the mercy rule yet this year, but it's early in the season. If a game gets out of hand, I stop streaming. I'm like, there's no fucking point. I don't have high expectations for that game, even if it is the
We were
London
close.
rematch of the century with
We were close
Cousins
to
and
cutting off at 1.
Kirk.
I think it was might have been the Packers Bucks game when the Packers just came out and drove and then
Yeah.
drove again. I think it was that one. Was like, well, if they score again, then
Yeah, I don't think half this field should be cleared to race on a super speedway. They can't even fucking drive on a short track.
if you can do it on a computer, you can do it in real life.
That's cartoon racing. The boomers were so angry during COVID. It's not real. It's like, we know. It's not real.
Miami.
Went to Denny's this morning, y'all. I had a steak. And then 2 hours later, he brings Little Caesars. And I'm like, oh, I shouldn't have went to Denny's. God, how much plastic surgery has Sharon Osbourne had? You see her in that commercial?
Watching his outside line just disappear.
Yep. Sharon Osbourne, the bitch that ruined Black Sabbath.
Whore.
Got Nemechek, Zane Smith, Hocevar, Crafton, and my man Jordan. Why didn't you bet on Jordan Anderson instead of Deegan? We got close on Jordan Anderson before. You know, when you told me you made a bunch of bets for us, I said, oh, that's as good as me picking anybody because it's Talladega. So,
I see people complaining they fix the odds on like BJ McLeod top 10 and stuff.
yeah.
He's like 12 to 1 to get a top 10.
It was certainly a battle to get into this position where they have stretched it out a bit. We'll see if the outside line can rebound. We talk about
Ozzy.
Deegan, 33rd.
these guys are lapping every lap.
She's got him right where
2
she wants him.
seconds faster than what our pole was. They're averaging 190 miles an hour around here. And let me tell you,
Oh, Michael, I got to tell you my work story. I already told Dylan. So the district manager came to the store, and she'd been coming in, and she's really nice. I like her. Turns out she's best friends with my former manager, who's a friend of mine. And she pulls me aside and says, yeah, they told me, Lori told me that you haven't been happy since she left. And I'm like, yeah, not really. And she's like, well, Lori told me to do everything I can to keep you happy and make sure they don't fuck with you. And she's like, I see they cut your hours to 1 day this week. Do you want some hours at the store that's like right near your house? And I was like, sure. So I'm going to a different store this coming week. And then I got disrespected by this old fucking hag assistant manager that the new manager brought with her from another store, and I told her basically to get fucked. And I started some shit. That's the short version of it. Crafton looked like he was going to spin out because he touched the apron. Ozzy, what are you doing?
Got a little momentum, making its way. It's going to be this way all day long, just back and forth.
There's a good look at Majeski, who has slipped all the way back to 25th.
Oh, yeah, you're still working, Michael. And he would know because he got turned sideways by him, and the announcers didn't even react.
Probably going to be pretty wild at the end of this stage. All those guys fighting for points. So.
And at this point, the 66 of Tom Majeski already through to the championship 4, so they're just being smart out here.
Finish
No point
the
breaking
race.
a trip when they don't need to, and they know things are
Don't get a damn
always
concussion.
You heard it on the radio. They feel like the 18. Something might
So NASCAR is testing and studying to implement a new rear end housing for the Cup cars that will crumble and give during wrecks, and they can't put it in until next season. So we got a few more races to get through, including this death trap tomorrow.
What up, Holmes?
NASCAR Heat 5 apron in real life. Yeah, that's what Crafton hit a second ago.
The push on the left rear corner got Majeski out of whack. Spotter Brandon Lyons was saying it's going to get crazy at the end of the stage.
I like how in Heat 5 the shittiest apron is Darlington, which makes no sense because people run on the apron at Darlington. But in Heat 5, you touch that apron at Darlington, you're done. You're done. I like Richmond, but I'm good at staying off the apron there. Phoenix is the worst track in that fucking game, though. I just hate Phoenix so goddamn much. Richmond in trucks and Xfinity in that game is worse than Phoenix. But in Cup, Richmond's fine for me.
These guys are running so close together from the drop of the green flag to the checker flag. Richard Childress joked one day that Dale Earnhardt could see the air.
My name's Dale. I can see the air. That's how I'm so good at it in the video game. I can see the air because my name's Dale. Michael, you going to get up and watch the Saints in the morning and the Vikings? I guess I am. Then I'll stream the Cup race, and then I'll take a break between the Saints and Vikings game, then stream the Cup race, and then take a break between that and the Sunday night game. Y'all going to get 2009 Fall Talladega tomorrow where they're single file all fucking day until the very end. And then somehow Mark Martin's going to come back and get flipped upside down. Oh, it's so nice outside. I hope this weather lasts forever. Actually, I want it to snow a lot this winter so I don't have to work.
Washington debuting their all-black uniforms against the Cowboys.
Why does Washington have black uniforms? Fucking Raider Falcons wannabes.
I'm trying to look at this and think of a team that if they wore this, I would
Out of the top 14 on this leaderboard, who is the most likely that that name is their porn name?
Tyler Ankle.
Brett Holmes. Brett Holmes is...
Jack Wood ain't in the top 15?
No.
Top 15?
No. It's got to be Brett Holmes. Johnny Sins. I mean, Johnny Sauter.
Tanner Gray. Tanner Gray. I don't know. Kind of. Such beautiful jerseys to wear while they get blown out 61-13.
Washington's going to get beat big time by Dallas. We're going to have to spend another week pretending that Dallas is actually going to do anything this season other than lose to the Eagles and maybe squeak in the playoffs and lose in the first round.
Dude, everybody is like clowning them on how bad these look.
It makes no sense that Washington has black uniforms, and they don't look good either. Why would you change the uniforms? Change the name of the team.
There you go.
But Washington had some of the best
That's
uniforms
a
of all
fucking
time.
Steelers jersey.
Yeah.
That's exactly what that is. Somebody, I don't even know why I didn't think about that. That's literally something the Steelers will wear.
Why would you change the Washington uniforms? For the last 70 years or whatever, they've had some of the most beautiful, simple uniforms. My favorite was the fucking striped socks, the yellow pants, and the white jersey. That was my favorite Washington Redskins or Washington football team uniform. Why would you change those? That'd be like if the Cowboys changed their uniforms. Or the Raiders.
Racing.
Oh, yeah,
Near
now
the end
people
of stage
saying
one,
Ripper's
John
cool.
Hunter Nemechek continues to lead. It's the first of 3 races this weekend. A doubleheader today. Xfinity race also this afternoon, and then the Cup Stars.
Pretty
racing
stable right
tomorrow.
now, these two lines.
Purchased for this weekend from all 50 states and 23 countries.
23 countries coming to Talladega. That's crazy.
Yeah.
On the KISS cruise, we have like 34 countries. Yeah.
Be a big concert. Bailey Zimmerman
For the
and
weekend,
Chris
basically.
Rice performing tonight.
Nice. There's Binfinger. Buried back in the pack a bit.
He's not
Coming to the end of the stage, guys. Only 3 laps to go on this stage. We talked about
Jordan Anderson, fourth.
What's Johnny Sauter and Crafton doing with the same paint scheme? This ain't F1. Look at that. This ain't Formula 1. That's a safety hazard. That dumbass NRF was saying that about cars that have the same paint scheme. That Dale Earnhardt and Neil Bonnet had no business having the same paint scheme at Atlanta in '93. This ain't F1. You know why Neil Bonnet had the same paint scheme as Earnhardt? So Earnhardt had to like start the race and run so many laps to clinch the championship. So RCR fielded an extra car, right? And it was literally just in case for whatever reason Earnhardt's car couldn't start. Whoa, Jordan Anderson's on fire. Oh, slow down, dude. It's blowing up. Slow down. He was trying to... Oh, shit. 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 Oh! Did you see that? He was out the window crashing into the wall. Dude, were the brakes not working? Dude.
Probably the brakes that caught fire.
the wall and out that door.
He was out of the car heading straight for the fucking wall.
Ground. Sure, struggling to catch his
Dude.
Yeah, he probably just crushed a rib or something.
Yeah, because he was like, into the wall.
flames quick, didn't it?
He was running in the top 5.
They're not talking about how he was out of the truck crashing into the wall.
Jordan Anderson. Truck coming to a rest
Holy
on the
fuck.
inside wall, and it was a pretty heavy contact.
Yeah.
He was trying to get out of the truck.
He was so athletic right there to make that.
I
move,
guess so.
get out of that window and up on the wall.
Well, and very fortunate, too.
Very
because,
Thank you.
That's the most dangerous thing I've ever seen.
That's what I'm saying.
And like you said, he couldn't see. He
Good
didn't know.
God.
All he knew
I can't believe I just saw that.
was all he knew.
We saw a guy hanging out of his car crashing into the wall.
They're making sure the firemen on
Jesus Christ.
That's pretty.
I hope he's okay. I hope it was that the brakes weren't working. I hope he wasn't stupid to sit there and fly down through that corner with the engine blowing up and then continue to fucking fly into that wall. Jesus.
Climbed down the wall before he laid on the ground. Which gives me
I
great
seen where
hope that
Reddick's brakes wasn't working on his
just
car. And
struggling to
fucking
catch
hit
his
a
breath.
NASCAR official. She was sitting on the pit wall and his car like hit her leg and pushed it against the wall. Thought that was
It's
good.
the 3 of Jordan Anderson, and you see the truck rest there on the inside wall, and the safety crew.
Yeah, he's got to be.
Jordan, who's laying on the ground. He did get out.
How you gonna hang out at the car and hit the wall? Hang out of the truck and hit the wall?
It was timing too.
Yeah.
He didn't pop out till right when
Went
he
to
was
the
getting on
ground,
the
and
fucking wall.
safety crew is there right away to tend to him. Stretcher is out, but we'll see if they put Jordan on it or if he ends up walking to the ambulance under his own power.
This is Logano in an ARCA race years ago in the 08. Watch him.
But a scary incident to be sure.
Obviously, they will err on the side of caution for Jordan.
Hope he's all right.
Yeah.
Before that truck ever got to the wall, you could tell that the fire had been.
We're all worried about somebody getting hurt in the cup race, and then this happens.
Absolutely. You could see how much damage to the outside of the truck was already evident well before he got to the wall.
I can't believe I just saw that. So anyway, John Hunter Nemechek wins stage 1.
Completed under caution, with John Hunter Nemechek taking the green and white checkered 7th stage win of the season for John Hunter, and some very important stage points for him as he came in to this race. 9 points below the cut line.
You know, and he talked earlier about the fact that he didn't feel like this was a make or break race.
He says it's Tom Brady.
Getting those stage points was huge, but he's also confident about what he's going to have when he gets to
Kyle Larson says he does not feel as safe in a cup car as he does in a sprint car. Now that's saying a lot.
Racing that deficit today is huge.
5 playoff drivers collected stage points in that first stage, led by Nemechek, and got to 10.
Stuart Friesen just missed out in the 11th position. Grant Enfinger as well.
I'm looking online to see what other people are saying because I can't believe I saw that Jordan Anderson shit just now.
So stage 1 complete with John Hunter Nemechek being the winner. And
They still ain't got Jordan Anderson loaded up.
Second under caution with Carson Hocevar, Chandler Smith, and Colby Howard in the top 5.
Colby Howard, watch that kid. We talk about him every week being very fast and a potential winner. Had a good starting position, started 7th, was able to maintain. And I think this first stage, Vince, is a whole lot about where you qualified. You know, you qualify up front, you control the race, you get those stage points. John Hunter set on the pole, and he wins the first stage.
Tanner Gray, Ben Rhodes, Corey Heim, Christian Eckes, Tyler Anker rounding out the top 10. But stage 1 belongs to this man, John Hunter Nemechek.
Old JHN. Looked like he got threw out of the damn truck as he was trying to get out of it.
Big E smashed a cake in a random dude's face at his college football thing.
Oh man, I didn't sleep good last night, so I'm yawning all day like a big fucking bitch. But I got races to watch. It's gonna be one of those days where if there wasn't a race on, I'd go back to bed and take another nap. Ugh.
Eli Apple's celebrating after holding Tyreek to 10 catches for 160 yards. Backup quarterback.
If they come back for commercial and they still ain't got his ass loaded up, then I'm going to be worried. We come back from another commercial. I went from, holy fuck, slow down. What are you doing? To, oh shit, he's like out of the car. Going to the wall. I like the drivers today in the media room were not backing down. They were doubling down more. Denny Hamlin says NASCAR needs entirely new leadership at the top, and the car needs to be scrapped altogether and completely redesigned. So I got a question about car design for NASCAR. Why don't we take the safety features from the COT and the previous car and add the aerodynamics of the car we had from pre-2008? Wow. What a fucking concept, right? Nah, we need 18-inch wheels and a rear diffuser and a 5-gear and a sequential shifter and a 5-gear transmission and all this other shit that we've never done. Why can't we just do what we know? Why can't we do what we know works? The safety of the previous two cars with the aerodynamics and the body style of the old car. It's not hard, man. Like, we literally know what works and what makes good racing. But no, we still got to have a splitter. Why can't we just go back to a fucking valence like we had for 50 fucking years? I don't understand.
With the 3 of Jordan Anderson.
Oh, well. They going to show the whole thing again?
Jordan in that 3.
Jordan Anderson.
Black truck. You saw it circled there.
Yeah, doing a great job.
Right here. Slow the fuck down.
Immediately goes up in flames.
He doesn't fucking slow down.
You can see there's flames. Looks like flames inside the cab of the truck. Not as much.
Stop. Slow down. Stop.
But you know he's got to be feeling that inside.
Slow down. Stop.
Extricating himself, but look at this.
I didn't even realize he was trying to get out and almost got hit by another truck.
Wow.
I like how he walked away. I think it was just pure adrenaline that he was able to get up and walk.
Scary situation for sure. Jordan Anderson got out and laid down on the ground, and the safety crew eventually put him in the ambulance, took him to the care
The
center.
ambulance.
Help me, Tom
Jamie Lou
Cruise.
was there, and we'll get a,
There was about 10 million different things on that deal that could have went wrong. Like you said, the other truck that skirted by him on the inside when he's already like hanging out of the window. Killed him.
Not the truck, and then him,
Zane
yeah.
Smith, Chandler Smith, Ben Rhodes.
There's a million things that could have went wrong.
They're in yellow, and
A lot did go wrong, but there was even more.
Thinking about, like, if he
And
was
for John
still in the
Nemechek,
truck
he
when he
came
got
into the
against
race
the fence, could he
9
have got
points
out?
on the
Yeah.
outside. He gets 10 here in stage 1, and all of a
Because
sudden
I don't know how
that bumps him
low the
up
truck is to that wall.
to the playoff picture.
Yeah, I have him right now above the projected cut line.
And remember, this is the second of 3 races
So
in
that's
this
where you got
round
a
of 8.
choice. Do you want to burn to
Cutoff
death, or do
race
you want
will
to
be
be
at
crushed?
Homestead
Yeah.
Which one?
October 22nd.
I'll take crushed.
Pit road, Jamie
That's what he
Little
does.
is there, and
Yeah.
I'd
waiting
rather be
John Hunter
crushed than
Nemechek.
burning this truck.
And John Hunter Nemechek told me the goal here was to race
I'd
up
like to know
front
how
and
fast he
get
was
those
going when
stage
he was
points.
trying
That's
to get out.
exactly what he's done. He's led more laps.
I like how
than
relative to the
anyone
racing,
at
slow, but I bet he was
Talladega.
still going like 30 or 40. That's a lot. Imagine hitting a fucking wall at 30 miles an hour. Like,
What's up with the 18 of Chandler Smith? His biggest concern has just been drafting. Outside drafting is
18 takes the lead off pit road. I'm going to say a lot of 2-tire stops and no tire stops. Yeah. Gas only, and then Hocevar took 2 tires.
Some real movers on pit road, and when you have
Tires are overrated,
you also have those that go down.
especially when they're Goodyear.
We get ready for stage 2. It'll be Chandler Smith.
Bring back Hoosier.
That's a little creepy.
That's ghetto.
I'm just saying that they're putting the camera on. It's a little creepy to me.
At least it's not little
It's ain't a
kids.
Twitch stream.
At least it's not little kids in
Same.
bathing suits.
We don't need a hot tub with a Twitch stream.
Ooh, that reminds me. Let's see what games are on in my area tomorrow. I know I'm watching. I guess I'll stream the London game in the morning. I guess. I have low expectations for that game because the Saints are terrible. But look at on my TV now to see what games we got here. Browns, Falcons at 1. Oh, great. Patriots, Packers, and Cardinals. Then we got some shitty games tomorrow. It'll be easy to watch the race tomorrow. What ifs? Got really close to watching Jordan Anderson burn to death or get squished to death. Jordan Anderson's been airlifted to the local hospital. Hopefully by the end of the race they can tell us what's up. This is Jordan Henderson hit the ejecto seat button.
Ejecto seat, cuz.
God, look at this again. When it starts over again. Just watch his body. Damn. So did Jordan Anderson just try to decapitate himself just now?
First top series.
That's what it looked like.
Adam Alexander, Larry McReynolds, Jamie McMurray. Get you ready for the big race here at Talladega. Joe Gibbs, driver Denny Hamlin on the show. Regan Smith visits the Frost Chassis.
I want to listen to the radio broadcast so I can hear Rusty Wallace say Talladega.
3 a.m. Eastern on FS1, followed by a great day of NHRA from St. Louis.
I cannot wait for tomorrow, Vince. I love me some racing. We got a doubleheader today. The trucks kicking things off, and then Talladega.
The best part about the doubleheader today is that Fox is not doing the Xfinity race. I really wish they didn't have trucks all year. Trucks would be a little more watchable if it wasn't Fox all damn year.
Let's go downstairs to the care center. Jamie Little is down there with an update on Jordan Anderson. What do you know, Jamie?
Vincent, Jordan Anderson's team is here and they're waiting. They don't know really much, but one of the team members did just come out of the infield care center. Told me that Jordan is there right now. He cannot see him, but he was told that there are burns. He's in a lot of pain, and they are going to airlift him.
He got burnt. No wonder he was in such a fucking hurry to not slow down and get the hell out.
So
Jordan Anderson's burnt at the very least.
Fired up and ready.
That had Dale Jr. Corvette vibes all over it, too.
And just thankful that Jordan was able to get out of that.
Yeah, thoughts and prayers of which.
Racing is scary.
Family. That's so scary to
And I mean, that could have happened anytime. It's just weird that that happened lately when we're dealing with shit we haven't had to deal with in over 20 years.
family member. I know how tough that is, and I want everybody to know we're praying for them, thinking of them.
One to go here before we go back green. Saw Chandler Smith and John Hunter Nemechek exchanging positions there as Chandler went to the top, and that's where he'll start, and then get down to that bottom lane ASAP with the friendly
Could have went green there, but
behavior of his
we got to have a 13-lap stage here.
Here at Talladega or Daytona, for that matter.
I'm glad they don't do choose rule at Daytona and Talladega.
The guy leading gets
Hey, Michael, Jordan Anderson almost fucking died.
See that orange truck
Did you see that?
Ben Rhodes will start
He's
at
getting
row two on
airlifted to the
outside.
hospital. They
That's
said he's burnt,
Stuart
but
Friesen
the
on the
real
inside
problem,
of
he
that
almost
second
got
row.
he got flung from his truck as he was catching on fire. He was halfway out of the truck,
with the same strategy. It looked like
and it hit the wall and flung him out.
Was the only guy that took 2 tires. Everybody else no tires, and most of our lines up right now 9th. You saw these trucks wiggling around when the tires were brand new, right, Phil? Yes. That's not going to get any better, is it? No, it's not. They don't need time to get better. We just gotta make
I think
sure
the
we
trucks
keep
are
our
the safest
eyeballs
vehicle in NASCAR. Look how fucking wide and big they are.
the darting and weaving.
They used a lot of the design of the trucks for the COT, the fucking taller roof.
We race along. And there are some guys that are better at pushing.
That's why you can still see
it's just
car of
that.
tomorrow
We've already
tendencies
heard
in these
complaining
trucks.
about how Chandler Smith was pushing, and you can see some great examples. We'll point those out of guys that are doing it properly, just offset to the right, 6-8 inches to a foot. When you're offset to the left that way, that's not good.
And there's times when you do it right, and it still ends up in a catastrophe.
Because you push them right, but the movement over to the outside lane, and if the outside lane's trying to side direct.
Yeah, Michael, it was scary. He burst into flames in turn 1, and it's like, slow down. Slow down. He didn't fucking slow down. And then the window net comes down, and the truck's still going, and it's fast, it's out of control, and he's like halfway out. Another truck shot by him on the inside that almost hit him, and then he hits the fucking wall while he's climbing out of the truck, and it flings him out.
It'll be Chandler Smith on the outside and John Hunter Nemechek on the inside as we get the green flag for stage 2.
I ain't never seen anything like it. I sound like Skip Bayless. I've never seen anything like that in my life in all my years. But it's true. I never seen anything like that. Big push from Rhodes. I thought he was gonna try to clear himself in front of John Hunter and get behind the 18. Speedy dry. God, that's a lot of speedy dry. That is a lot of speedy dry. I like when the caution's so long, even the announcers forget about the speedy dry, and they're like, whoa.
If they rank up front, that's all the playoff guys. So.
Yeah.
But a couple teammates locked up on the outside as well as on the inside. Doorsport on the outside.
Caution.
Pushing Rhodes. Caution's on the racetrack.
18's the leader. Colby Howard.
Colby Howard. Well, that's too bad. Howard had a terrific run in stage 1.
At least he's not on fire, and he's slowed down.
And the stage is almost halfway down.
Yeah.
For sure.
We're gonna have like 5 laps of green flag racing in our 20-lap stage here. Oh, we lost a tire.
Carcass of the tire.
I was going to say the reason that
Whoa. Whoa now.
The top 10 had a good run in that first stage.
That must have been one
And
of
really had a bright. I mean, he's been one of the bright.
Yeah, that was
spots in the
Tua
series,
vision.
I think this season really seen some good runs.
Tua was laying on his back throwing up gang signs Thursday night, dude.
We've become big fans.
Knocked his ass all the way to the hood, motherfucker. He was laying there like, West Side.
Just a tire issue here, Phil.
I don't see a lot of damage. We could be okay. Get some tires on that truck and could be fine.
How did it?
Right front up.
The Benedetto himself, 21-22.
Yeah, I think definitely the left rear is down.
31st.
He's run all season, career best 9th on a.
Karen, you missed Jordan Anderson almost die.
20.
I'm not even kidding.
Simpsonville, South
That was
Carolina.
one of the.
Have you up to-
Yeah, you would have seen him get killed.
Catching
Yeah.
deep in the pack.
Because the motherfucker's climbing out of his truck on fire and hits the wall and gets flung out of the window.
Everybody got
Great
spun.
job of avoiding
Oh
him.
wow!
He just got turned.
You can see the carcass of the tire already came
Oh.
off.
Yo.
Crafton
Spun
slips
in
by
front
it.
of the field.
Watch this last.
Arca!
Kaz Gralla.
Casgrala
The last instant on the
arced
inside.
through there.
And it's not easy to really turn those trucks that hard,
Fuck.
running 180 miles an hour.
Early caution in stage 2. Ben
We hope
Rhodes.
Jordan Anderson's okay. He got airlifted. He got up after he got flung out of the truck. He was up on the wall, on the inside wall in the backstretch. He got up and walked away, but I think that was just adrenaline to try to get away from that fiery truck. Then he collapsed. I was like, he's got to be hurt. He had to hit that wall at like 30 miles an hour at least. What's up, Yuki? Guess who's home all weekend? I get weekends off a lot now. Guys, I mentioned earlier, I realized this week I've got Dollar General by the balls because the district manager's best friends with my former manager, and she said they're going to do everything they can to make sure I'm happy. I'm like, wow. The fuck? I've never had a job actually go out of their way to be like, hey, we want to make sure you're happy. So, yeah, got them by the balls. It's not as cool outside now as it was earlier, but it's still nice outside. Wish it was windy. Need a breeze in here. I am like 26 days from flying away from here for a week. Them overnight stocking jobs are good. We need overnight at my job. That'd be great for me. Especially if it was like right up here at Cold Springs, the Dollar General near my house. I'd walk up there at night, do my shit, come home.
Future NFL announcer.
Professional teabagger Josh Allen. Supporter of driving naked. Barry dug up a tweet of Josh Allen from before he was famous. It was like from 2012, and it said driving naked and had the fucking like greater than sign next to it. So Josh Allen likes to drive naked and teabag Jalen Ramsey. Man, Jordan Anderson straight up panicked in that car. I know he was on fire and everything, but he panicked, and it nearly got him killed.
Camping World Truck Series, the second of 3 races in the round of 8.
Chris, I wanted Decker to qualify.
The driver who has clinched a spot in the championship 4.
Hey, is that the same helipad that Davey Allison ate shit on?
That is transporting Jordan
Probably. Or did they get rid of that one?
Jordan was involved in a
the Davey Allison helipad.
Crash, his motor let go, had a big fire on board.
Could you imagine Davey Allison and Jack Rouse trying to fly something together? Holy Christ.
Jordan was taken to the infield care center. Jamie Little reporting that he had burns and was in a good amount of discomfort.
I need somebody to come get this damn capture card to work so I can stream PS2 games, because I'm sad that I ain't been able to stream PS2 games.
And certainly wish the best for Jordan.
We all do. Jordan and his family.
Jordan Anderson's a good dude. Almost won me $50 once.
Under caution here.
Went from like 14th to 2nd in about 30 yards at Daytona.
Involving the 91 of
Joe Diffie made Davey crash.
At this point in the race, the top 7
Motherfucker nearly killed Red Farmer.
at Talladega. No.
Red Farmer's still alive today by the grace of whatever deity you believe in.
So unpredictable. You never
If that's
know
your sort of thing.
what to look for at this. Remember last year we had one playoff driver.
Joe Diffie and Liz Allison.
Out of 8.
And they met with Kevin Sullivan years later to plot the Benoit murders.
Maybe in the second stage we could have one out of the top 10.
Ben Rhodes started back in the 15th position.
It's been a nothing race so far. Half of it's been under caution because of stage breaks.
To support those affected by the devastation of Hurricane Ian, I ask you to please visit www.redcross.org.
Just say redcross.org, fucker. We ain't got time for your www. And we're going to commercial, so we're still not going back to green for a single car spin. Single car spin, and the whole stage is going to be under yellow. You hit me under yellow. Michael, are there prop bets on who's going to shatter a vertebrae tomorrow? Is there a prop bet for a fucking basilar skull fracture or whatever the hell it's called? Been a long time since we had one of those. I'm like Cal Naughton. I like to picture Jesus wearing a tuxedo t-shirt, singing lead vocals for Leonard Skinner. Yuki, I just think Jordan Anderson panicked when he was getting burnt in the car, so... They were extenuating circumstances, to say the least, but I was sitting there watching the whole time going, slow down. So he panicked. I mean, he's only human. What happened to I'm not sure what happened to Parker Kligerman. They haven't said anything, but it's Fox, so you know how it is. I'd rather get hit by a car than burned to death, I guess. Me and Dylan had that conversation a couple minutes ago. I was like, what would you rather do? Rather get hit by a car or fucking burned to death? I'd rather get hit by a car. I wouldn't worry, Michael. If Parker's still running, it's fine. It's Talladega. So just stay running and be there at the end. Green flag. Fox almost missed the restart. 9 to go in stage 2.
Ben Rhodes leading that outside lane, and Chandler Smith leads the inside line.
The teammates lined up inside and outside. KBM on the inside, Forceport on the outside.
Hunter Nemechek giving Chandler Smith a push. Christian Eckes second in line on the outside, helping out his teammate Ben Rhodes. Zane Smith and Stuart Friesen third row. Give you an idea just how close they are to racing. Look at
Jesus, Chris, you've seen all kinds of shit.
You can bump, but you can't block.
Was Henry Ruggs in the area at the time? I'd be a hell of an onboard if a wreck breaks out. Rhodes looking over at the 2 KBM trucks. The soon-to-be KBM Chevrolets.
190 miles an hour. And by the way, only thing he can see is that truck in front of him. You can't see through the cab out there what's in front of the truck ahead of you, so it's a lot of guesswork too. Making sure he knows he's safe because he knows there's no one blocking Chandler. But if you're back here where Zane is, he's got 2 trucks he's got to worry about. It just gets
No, there's only been 1 accident. We had 2 cautions. Chase Purdy Chase Purdy got spun out. No, it was Colby Howard got spun out, and Jordan Anderson exploded. That's it. And now, Hocevar's got a problem.
Another caution, and this is Carson Hocevar.
And the 45's hard in the wall. Lawless Allen.
At Nice Motorsports. See, Allen has certainly taken the worst
Well,
of it.
yep. 45's done for the day.
Yeah, I don't think they were related. I think Hocevar might have just got hit and got loose. But they're certainly damaged.
Hocevar's got a piece of something stuck in his front.
As part of Lawless's truck, Lawless was having a great run up inside the top 20. Most of the
That was not a great run, Mikey. He said Lawless Allen's having a great run. He was in the top 20. Like, dude, there's only like 30 fucking Ford trucks or whatever.
Heavy damage.
Oh shit, the
For Lawless Allen.
Somehow a piece of that 45 ended up stuck straight in the front end of Hocevar's truck.
team right there. Oh, another truck.
Oh, no. Call the fire department.
Significant damage to that truck as well.
How much you want to bet Fox does not have a replay of what happened? How much you want to bet? They're digging right now. They're trying to find it.
Johnny Sauter has a better chance to win this race.
So heavy damage for a couple of these vehicles. And then Carson Hocevar got a little bit of damage as well. Certainly his doesn't look to be nearly as significant, obviously, but Lawless Allen being put on the
Michael hit
hook.
it on the head with the Benedetto and Austin Wayne self.
Don't know that Doza is going to be able to continue
no
either.
matter where they've been at.
And they've missed the accident so far.
They're going to go 1-2.
See if we can pick up what happened.
Look at the
3
replay
wide.
right in the middle of
How
the
about 4 wide? See, Carson just had an issue getting out of the way.
And the 45 blows a tire, right? Yep. Damn.
And then maybe it was that a right front tire failure, Phil? It looked like
Duh. Was that a right front tire failure, Dylan? I don't know. I couldn't tell with the way the right front tire exploded. Was that a right front tire failure?
Wow.
Couldn't tell. Hard to tell from that angle, boys.
You mentioned earlier you thought certainly coincidental, but Carson was having a problem. That could have been debris, though, off a Lawless Allen's truck that stuck in the front of Carson's truck. Yeah, Carson just bailed. And then, wow, what an impact for that 45 of Allen.
Oh, fuck. Tired.
You heard him saying that hurt. Yeah, 190 mile an hour. They, you know, some people erroneously call those safer barriers soft walls. They're not soft.
Can we make them softer?
Maybe softer than concrete, but not soft.
Can we make the rear of the Cup car softer and the wall softer?
I will agree with you, Vince. That hurts.
Everybody needs to put a bunch of feathered cushions in the back of their car so when you back it in the wall, it goes poof, and shoots feathers everywhere. Look really cool. Kids would love it. Oh, I feel a breeze coming in the window now. Oh, I feel me getting tired because I didn't sleep good. Yeah. Nah, Chris, on the injury report, I think it said Tua Tagovailoa stumped his toe and he'll be okay. Take a Z-Pack, he'll be fine.
I think they said it was a back injury.
Yeah.
That's what they called it.
Back injury.
Then there was like a neurologist that was like, the way his hands went up, they were like, that's literally a sign of I can't remember what it was called.
It's like second shock syndrome or something. Where you've had another concussion in a short amount of time. It's like that SmackDown where in 2011, Edge got hit with a chair, and he said his arms went numb. And you could see him; he's just like arms dangling. Coincidentally, he had to retire for 10 years a week after that. Aren't we dealing with Hurricane Ian? Well, it rained for all day yesterday, and now it's gone. It was too cold for it to really do much else here. It just rained a lot, and it's gone. So, yeah, came and went. Nothing even happened. It didn't even rain heavy. It was just like a steady, slow rain for 12 hours or so, and now it's gone. You know, Michael, the first week that WWE went to HD back in 2008, they had to tell the guys, no more rubbing baby oil on you. It looks ridiculous in high definition. It's like, oh, shit, it does.
Michigan State taking on Maryland. All coming up on FS1. Again, that's next after our post-race show. Back here at Talladega. Hey, by the way, I want to tip the cap to our producer, Mark Smith, pulling double duty today, not only producing the race telecast, but also pit producing, because our normal pit producer, Caleb Combs, is getting married this evening. So evidently a poor scheduling decision by Caleb to get married on race day. But congratulations to Caleb and Kara, who will be getting married today. I don't know why I couldn't have worked the race and then got married this evening.
There's plenty of hours.
But,
I don't ask those kind of questions,
yeah,
Vince.
and probably better that we don't. And speaking of pit producing and pit reporters, let's go downstairs to Josh.
Yeah, let's start with an update on the 52 of Stuart Friesen.
Hope you've enjoyed all of stage 2 being under caution.
Back in the Hornet's nest, but a quick gas and go at the end of the first stage got him much needed points back up into the field, and he's now running 5th right now. He's happy with that truck, saying it's sucking up well, and he's happy with where they are. They just need to get through the rest of this race, Jamie.
And the 99 of Ben Rhodes, he brought a brand new race truck here that was actually built for Johnny Sauter to run, but the team made the decision to switch and give Ben the best possible truck to maximize his chances to get the win.
I always say fucking car.
Ben, so far, though, he was running mid-pack. He started 15th, ran there for the first stage, But they did a few
How many
only
green
as
flag
well and
laps
got
under
in some
stage
track
2?
position.
Like
So
3, I
restart
think.
second here, pretty happy with that 99.
I guess that's the safest
Well,
way to do it.
speaking
Maybe
of,
that's what the Cup
the
guys
99
do.
have been
Yeah, Cup guys are going to
Spin
spin
out,
out, bring a caution, have the whole race under yellow.
You asked the 52 to not really push, but to at least close the gap up, like get to his bumper. Like, let's organize a little more. Right, right. I need him no more than a half back. He's a whole car length back. You know what I mean? Yeah, exactly. Preferably stay within a quarter of the whole
God.
track.
Well, you know, that's what you hope for. And hope's a strategy, but a lot of times that goes out the window in a pretty quick hurry when somebody else thinks
I
it's
just
going to
want that
benefit
top
them
7 to
to
wreck.
be right on you.
Ben Rhodes, of course, the
Give us a
defending
race.
series champion, had a tough go, but at Bristol
Tom
finished
Majestic
18th,
win
dropped
again.
4 places in the playoff standings, and came into this race today 8th of 8, needing to get up inside the top 4, either with this race here today at Talladega
Finger do it for
or on
the
October
Chevys.
22nd at Homestead if he wants
All the
to
way back to
have a shot
Holmes.
at defending that series championship.
You know, what I love about
Just run the whole damn race under caution. Just go right ahead. God, that's why I'm fucking bored and falling asleep. I'm yawning because I'm not seeing anything happen.
I'm confident about that, but I'm confident I can win at Talladega today.
Yeah, Cameron, just the greatest stage in NASCAR history. It's a 20-lap stage, and we've only had like 3 green flag laps, and we're hitting 3 to go, and they're still under caution. The door bumper clear guys, as much stupid shit as they say, they were onto something. We don't need stages in Xfinity and trucks. If you're going to have a break, just make it like halfway through the race and have 1 stage break, so we don't get stupid races like this.
One playoff driver finished in the top 10. Like
Good news is, guys are getting through the race without wrecking. They just now opened pit road before to go on the stage. They just now opened pit road.
not just anybody can win Miami. We never won there.
God, that's why I don't stream truck races anymore.
Take us back to your Talladega win. What makes it so special about
Not
winning
just anybody.
at Talladega?
When I was a kid, it was just the most awesome, intimidating racetrack. I watched my
Michael loves Talladega. It's the only goddamn track he was ever going to win at.
Really, really felt great. And we see strategy here at Talladega now.
People forget when Tony Stewart threw that block and ended Dale Jr.'s career in 2012, Michael Waltrip was passing Tony Stewart for the win in turn 4, and Tony threw a fucking nasty block and killed half the field and cut Dale Jr.'s career short. And then years later in the SRX race last year, I can't remember, I think it was at Stafford, Tony Stewart goes, if I ever lost a race to Michael Waltrip, I'd have to go to therapy for the rest of my life. And I was like, wow. That's what Tony Stewart thought of Michael Waltrip. Just last year, he said, if I lost a race to Michael Waltrip, especially on dirt, I'd have to go to therapy for the rest of my life. Ninja Star. He's got a Ninja Star stuck in the front of his truck. Get some Bear Bond on, some Bear Bond and some WD-40.
It always amazes me how much, I mean, they build these trucks and these race cars with a fine-tooth comb. I mean, they just, every detail is thought out and planned for. And then when the race
That's the most haphazard Bear Bond I've ever seen. I'd have put several pieces on that motherfucker.
And if a piece of tape comes loose, you have to abort that run and start over because it messes up the aerodynamics. Just a piece of tape coming loose, and as you mentioned, now they'll put 100 square feet of tape on that truck.
What a heartbreaking season it's been in some ways for Carson Hocevar. He's been runner-up 3
All right, you're going to
times.
get a 2-lap sprint if they even make it 2 laps to finish the stage. And then you're going to get another 8 laps of caution.
We thought to win at Kansas. Yeah, he's ran out of gas on the last.
By the way, NASCAR ratings this year were up across the board until the playoffs started. But playoffs are supposed to help the ratings and make it exciting. Yeah, me too. This time of year I get a little burnt anyway, but the fucking Cup playoffs have been a complete joke, so what the fuck do I
I
care?
even like when we went to Bristol, but when I realized early when I was like, Brad was dominating, and then Chris Buescher.
And then, oh, he's got a tire, and then this guy's got a tire, and it's like, oh, it's the tire lottery. It's not even who's really good. It's the tire lottery the last 2 weeks between Bristol and Texas. It has been nothing about who's got the best car and who's the best driver. It's been the tire lottery for 2 fucking weeks in Cup, and it's annoying. Combine that with a stupid system like we have to crown it. It's going to happen. I'll be on the Kiss Cruise, so I don't give a fuck. Yeah, Martinsville's the worst fucking track in NASCAR now.
Oh,
At least Bristol's still good.
The stage points are so important.
Not as
Came into this race
The mile and a halfs are great. Charlotte, Kansas, Homestead, Vegas, Atlanta. Hell, Fontana's good. Michigan's good. The road courses, I think, are fine. People kind of overreact. Oh, it was kind of boring at Sonoma, but I'm like, it's Sonoma. If I ain't left NASCAR by now, I'm never going to leave it. They're door to door with one to go in the stage.
Yeah, I can almost
Ooh. They go unstable, the 18. The 18's been a worry all day long. It's a good thing he's leading right now.
If Chandler Smith wins this stage, it's going to be because of the
Push! And quit with the shitty onboard cameras. Oh! Zane Smith almost got turned. Oh! 18's going to win the stage. He broke away in the middle of 3 and 4 there when they started jumbling up and almost spinning out. Hey, he's got to make one more good block. Ah, you should have stayed up there, boss. Ah, no, he's got his teammate pushing him. He's fine now. Well, KBM swept the stages. One for Nemechek, one for Chandler Smith. And now we're going to be under caution for another 15 minutes, so enjoy. And try to stay awake out there. Yeah, but Michael, the playoffs start when NFL starts, but Darlington was the week before the NFL season, and that race got shit. And Bristol was on a Saturday night, not against the NFL, and the Bristol ratings were horrible. Bristol ratings lower than ever. Bristol. So what's that fucking tell you? They've justified it for years. Oh, it makes it exciting at the end of the year. It makes it exciting. Well, people don't seem to give a fuck, do they? Like I said, all year long, ratings were up, and then playoff time rolls around, and people just go, eh. And they check out. And yeah, football's on everything, but we had 2 races not up against football, and the ratings were shit. And they were good races. Mostly.
I keep forgetting we even had a Texas race.
Yeah, Texas was just the fucking tire lottery. Which makes the playoffs even more fucking stupid. And then you're coming to Talladega. And Talladega's great for what it is, but we know how it's probably going to be. At least it probably won't be a tire lottery, though. Maybe everybody will race hard like old Joey Logano, and he'll be happy, and everybody will be happy. I was kind of hoping for a driver walkout this week myself. I was wondering what it would take to make that happen.
That's why I've been worried.
I felt like they got close.
I'm really worried about a lockout.
If you want to have your stupid little Final Four, if we just have to have the Final Four, how about we just have points all year long and the top 4 in points going into the last race?
What if the Final Four choose not to race the last race?
How about
what
we just
do to the playoffs?
I would just go back to guy with the most points at the end of the year is champion, but if we can't do that, have 35 races, and at the end of the 35th race, you take the top 4 in points for the whole year and say, all right, y'all race for the championship at Homestead or Phoenix or Vegas or California or wherever it's going to be. Michael, why would you even ask such a stupid question? Are the Falcons going to stop the Browns' run game? No.
I'd be surprised.
They can't even stop the passing game. Geno Smith, the fucking Seahawks almost had 500 yards on them last week. The fuck? Don't ask dumb questions. How's it feel to wake up at 7 or 8? Oh, I'm not getting up. The game's not till 9:30. My alarm's not going off till 9:15. And then I'll get up and watch the game in the morning. I guess I'll stream it. I'll probably regret that because it'll probably be a shitty game. But if I don't, it'll be good. It'll be like Jaguars-Dolphins last year. I was like, I'm not streaming this, and it ended up being a great game in London. So
I think the only one I couldn't commit to streaming if I did would be a Bears game.
yeah,
That'd be one I would never.
if it was the Bears, I'd just sleep through it.
Yeah.
I slept through the Falcons-Jets game last year. The Falcons played the Jets in London. I stayed in bed. I'm like, I ain't getting up to watch this stupid shit.
I'm not interested. The Steelers play the Jets this week, and I'm not interested.
Then the Falcons beat the Jets. I'm like, whoop-de-doo. Just like last week in Seattle, you beat the one team worse than you. Congratulations. I'm thirsty. I'll be right back.
happy with his truck as well. Quick stops for them, Josh.
Cameron, if you're still here, you need to come and help us finish this pizza because I don't want to eat anymore. I went to Denny's and ate 2 pieces of pizza. I'm good. I've seen that. Just everybody hitting their fucking finishing moves on each other.
The greatest finish ever.
And Vince, yes, right on the front stretch, you saw a yellow truck just in the top.
Whoa, Zane Smith's got damage.
Because of that right there, the 38 Zane Smith had cut a tire, the right rear. A lot of damage. He had to roll around for that entire lap.
The implications.
He was able to fix some of the damage, but he certainly hurt. That's a big deal for one of our playoff drivers.
Yeah, that's enough damage to affect the performance, obviously, of that truck. I see damage like this a lot, though, Phil, and a guy can run second like that. You get yourself in the right spot, you get squeezed between a couple of fast trucks, so the day ain't over, but he's definitely got issues.
2 stages complete.
I got one question. Why does F1 give a flying fuck about how much jewelry and shit that Lewis Hamilton wears? Why are they worried about it? Why is that an issue? Lewis Hamilton's been summoned to the stewards. He's wearing jewelry. It's like, so? I don't like Lewis Hamilton, but geez, what a non-issue. Is NASCAR going to start bitching about Harvick and Logano wearing glasses during the race?
A private island in Canada with a 4-bedroom house is cheaper than the average house in America. That's funny. Move to Canada and buy your own island with a 4-bedroom house. Let's do it, Dale. Let's move to Canada.
I keep waiting for some dumb fucker to come into the store and complain about me having long hair. When I think about the Lewis Hamilton jewelry thing, it's like, what the fuck? I know people want to say something, but you really think anybody's going to say anything to me?
Series from Talladega Superspeedway in Alabama, playoff race, and Todd, needless to say,
I'll turn into Jim Cornette in the Dairy Queen drive-thru very quickly on somebody.
How about it? KBM has always been really strong on speedways. We knew they were fast today. Had the front row. They split the stages. John Hunter in the first stage. Chandler in the second one. They're going to be tough
Dylan.
for the rest of the race.
And one thing that's
Look how big and round Todd Bodon's head looks.
Yeah, he was seventh coming back. Got a flat tire on
He
the
thought I
last
was going to say something about
stage.
Caitlin Vincey's boobs. No, I was talking about Todd Bodon's head. Fuck's wrong with y'all?
The tire came apart, tore the quarter panel up. You can see the top of the bed there's got a big hole in it. They tried to patch it up. We'll have to see how it affects them, but like Michael was saying, you get in that draft, you get in the hole, and maybe you can run up front.
Yeah, he will definitely have his
Saying plumbers don't wear ties. Google it. Watch it on YouTube. Plumbers don't wear ties.
Thank you, Caitlin. And as you
Implications for Zane Smith.
addressing the issues with
Oh my
Zane,
God.
The playoff guys.
You think playoffs and Cup are stupid? They're even dumber in trucks and Xfinity. And the 18s had to come back in. He's got damage, rear end damage. So that shouldn't hurt him. He's going to give up his track position here. Trying to get that spoiler back down.
They came back around because there's some things with the truck they want to evaluate. You see especially that back bumper where, of course, he was bump drafting with John Hunter Nemechek. They want to evaluate that, make sure it's good. They also said we are good on points, are comfortable at least where we are now, so they didn't mind taking their time on pit road to make sure everything was right with that truck.
Good update on the information. You see the damage there in the back end of that 18 truck from all that beating and banging. Let's listen to Zane Smith here. Whether or not we can hear this tire.
Chris, this has been a fucking horrible race because it's been nothing but yellow flag.
Oh yeah, you could hear it. You could hear it flapping. I can't believe he was able to lay.
And if that stage didn't end, we'd had another caution there for Zane Smith's tire anyway, so. Can the race actually start now? We're coming to the halfway mark here in 2 laps.
All the way. But even with that, he kept that truck straight. I mean, it's amazing that he got to the line with it straight, and Jamie, he kept it straight even after it blew out.
He really didn't. He just told the team, guys, I don't think that was a single incident. There was something wrong that entire run. He knew something was wrong with it right there. He tried to take care of it, and he said, right now, we're going to see this.
Finally. Who cares who's up front? They're not going to finish there. It's Chase Purdy, Brett Holmes, Johnny Sauter, Matt DiBenedetto. Haley Deegan's up here now.
Wow, well, the first half was run under caution. When we get this last half green.
No, you didn't
Yeah.
get a picture of all those playoff drivers in the top 7, did you?
No playoff drivers.
Look at that top 7.
They're not in the top 13 right now. We've got a mixed up race. Chase Purdy, we talk about Will
And DiBenedetto. All your bets in the top 10.
Stream to Singapore. Wow. What would I talk about in the F1 race?
Former ARCA Menards champion got the lead right now.
Yeah, the first playoff driver got all the way back.
Lewis Hamilton's jewelry. Hey, we got money in second place now. Oh, save it. Jesus, fuck, Jack Wood. That was Jack Wood that hit the apron. God, Haley Deegan looks like she ain't got no speed. Yeah, push through that tri-oval. It's going to end well. Drivers like Hocevar and Deegan pushing through the tri-oval. Chris, we got to make that our mission. If Deegan wins, we got to act like the Boomers acted when Bubba won. Just make up every fucking excuse in the book. Her tampon wasn't in, and that reduced her drag coefficient. It's not fair. Females have lower center of gravity and weigh less, so the truck weighed less, so it went faster.
Part-time schedule, and we know that Talladega provides opportunities for drivers, and Brett Holmes thinking maybe this could be his day.
Well, Brett Holmes got him strung out single file right where he wants them.
Have pit stops in this stage.
Remember Gilbert Gottfried? What did the Mexican say when the house fell on him? Get off me, Holmes!
How good must it feel for that young man to have the lead at his home track, leading the truck race in his backyard?
It's DiBenedetto right behind him. A lot of experience here at Talladega in a cup car. Not any at all in a truck until today.
Great guy that had behind you.
Johnny Sauter and his Matt Crafton cosplay are in 4th place.
Sauter in the 4th position. There's the big push by the Rockley truck you spoke of. Chase Purdy hanging right there with him, tight, as Eckes begins to lead the playoff drivers back toward the front.
Yeah, that is Eckes on the outside lane, the first of the
Well, that was like a bumpers, but DiBenedetto backed off.
Side by side, Eckes and his ThorSport team.
It was rigged. We'll just go with Old Faithful. It was rigged. Deegan can't win. It was rigged.
Can't get one any more qualified than Sauter. Former series champ, as Phil noted, a winner here.
Oh my God, they've made it more than 3 laps without a yellow.
Only running a few races this season, but he is a threat to win each and every time out.
Chase Purdy jumped up to the outside, saw a little momentum coming of Eckes jumped to the outside now, trying to lead that outside line to the front.
Old Chase Purdy's taking the lead now by a little bit. Still door to door with Holmes.
And Chandler Smith, your stage 1 and stage 2 winners, but they're off sequence on pit stops, and they're back in 26th and 27th, and maybe riding around a little bit.
Yeah, you saw
Right now, too, with Zane Smith.
Them cheating Toyotas. Look at that. They're doing what Logano. Hey, Joey Logano's throwing every piece of furniture in his trailer out the fucking window right now. Because these guys are riding single file at the back, all these playoff guys. And they're going to get rewarded for it. So if DiBenedetto wins, I get $20. I'll take it.
what mess? What mess?
And I'll give him a sarcastic golf clap for, man. Oh, Chase Purdy, man. Don't be blocking. There's like 40 laps to go.
Heavily on your spotter. You can't see what's happening. You just want
They're
to
3 wide.
Whoa, whoa.
Purdy is clear to the bottom for the lead.
That way, but yes, that strategy plays what's going on right now. But Christian Eckes said, I don't think I like that plan.
Got a smoker off the top. Is that Speedy Dry? I think it was leftover Speedy Dry from where they hadn't run up there.
Have an exit strategy when you're on that inside lane, though.
Eckes to the lead now, running the outside. He's bringing Hocevar with him.
He hired in the 91 spinning. Now he's running that lead pack.
I heard somebody checking up there and thought there was a wreck. I heard somebody let off the gas on the onboard.
Christian Eckes has surged to the front. Leading that top lane.
Heard him say Grant Anthony jumped to the top of the racetrack and started that third line. Whoa.
Oh,
Look at that
I
man.
know they hit the Speedy Dry, but I saw somebody stop in the middle.
Truck. I don't think it is.
Chase Purdy's trying really hard to lead this race.
I don't think it is going to clean up. What do you think, Bill? I appreciate the spotter's optimism, but I'm not seeing it. Parker Klingerman up on the outside with Grant Enfinger. Couple good trucks up there. Yeah.
That's Austin Wayne Self in the 22. Shooting the gap in the middle.
Oh, boy, Austin Wayne Self.
Squeeze the door closed and
Chase Purdy, the most aggressive blocker here from what I can tell. Yeah. Logano's like, that's how it's done.
Trading the lead at the front with Brett Holmes right there as well.
now Caden Honeycutt is that white truck on the very outside, number 30. He's going to fall back in line. If I'm Caden Honeycutt, not a lot of experience, I like doing that. Go places, see what it'll do. You learn. You have to try. That's right. Get back in line and go again.
That's Brett Holmes leading the inside lane. Chase Purdy leading the outside lane. Meanwhile, the forward, John Hunter Nemechek, is 26th. What are they thinking, Jamie?
Vince, it's interesting to listen to drivers who were leading the race and now running in the back. John Hunter Nemechek getting very impatient right now. He said, I don't know, guys. I'm not feeling good about this.
I'm with John Hunter. I mean, I feel like they're going to wreck. They're not single file and strung out, so I'd wait. Calm down, John Hunter. I wouldn't like running in the back either, but yeah.
I know that struggle between crew chief and spotter and driver. Everybody's wanting to do something different, it feels like. John Hunter, so we got to go in it. But if I'm the spotter and the crew chief watching this mess, that 32 truck has been out of whack a lot, as has Chase Purdy. There's a lot going on up here. I like laying back right now, but I'm old.
And isn't it against the drive? I mean, it's against your soul to be comfortable riding around in 26th.
You may not like it, but sometimes you have to do it. Take a look at our...
Don't worry, they're going to wreck up here. I can guarantee there will be a wreck. Between Purdy and Holmes and Hocevar, there's going to be a wreck. Oh, there will be. They're trying right now. Purdy's throwing these crazy blocks. Hey, they got him hung out. They put him in the middle. See you later, Purdy. In the sucker hole he goes.
I think that 32 truck of Holmes has been sideways more than he's been straight. He's got a bit of a gap now then, so we can all breathe a bit.
Yeah. Brett Holmes out front
Rigged.
at Talladega, trying to get his first Camping World
If
Truck
he wins,
Simulator.
if he wins, does he become a member of the Alabama gang?
Depends on if he's wide or not.
Hell, they don't exactly have a long list of members left that are alive in the Alabama gang.
Oh boy, what a push! Surprised the Benedetto ain't tried to hear the outside. Take the outside.
It's the best damn flavor of Gatorade, I swear.
Lead. The Benedetto just don't want the lead.
I think the Benedetto's just being smart.
He just don't want the lead.
The Benedetto's maintaining his position at the front. The outside line is where everybody's getting crazy aggressive. Holmes wasn't blocking like Purdy was. Because you see, Holmes went ahead and they've already put somebody in front of him now. Eckes got in front of him. My God, we've been racing
Blue
for a
Emu.
while now. Blue Emu. Now Hocevar to the lead. Might have went below the yellow line.
Oh, the 98
He didn't pass for lead. He was gonna.
Oh, Ryan Priest up here.
Priest into second, pushing the 98.
I love me some Ryan Priest. Can't do that.
DiBenedetto's losing ground on the bottom. He's been the most consistent guy in this front group this run, but he's losing ground now. The outside's got the momentum. And more cars, more trucks keep wanting to get down in front of that bottom. Big push on the bottom now. Hocevar with Holmes and DiBenedetto. See, DiBenedetto's just holding his ground. His experience actually comes in handy, even if he doesn't always know what to do with that experience because he's not very good. I'm going to guess these guys that stayed out under all those cautions under the previous stage kept hitting. Holmes to the outside. DiBenedetto says, I'll take second now. And now they're going to put Holmes in the middle. Holmes going the same way of Purdy. Look at Haley Deegan. Deegan, go to the outside. Don't get behind the fucking slow-ass 32. She did. She stayed behind him, and it let him in line. Hocevar's the leader.
Put in the middle, Brett doing such a great job. Got put in the middle, now making his way towards the back of this lead pack.
We are in the third and final stage. 37 to go. Remember, still have to make a pit stop yet in this final stage.
I think we're in our window now, Vince. If the caution flag were to come out, these guys and girls could come to pit road.
All those cautions and caution lamps we had in the previous stage is what got DiBenedetto and these guys up here. So we can stay out and stretch it to where we can make it in stage 3.
Dicey it looked with Brett Holmes up front.
So if you were running at the back earlier, like Kligerman and DiBenedetto and those guys, it worked out great for you.
He got on the back. Hocevar, they took the lead, but not enough speed there. As you see, Eckes goes around to the front.
We are in the window to pit now. If they have green flag pit stops, if they don't wreck before then, there will be a wreck getting onto pit road. I guarantee it. These guys don't have a fucking clue. These guys never have to do green flag pit stops. How often do Truck Series guys have to do green flag stops anymore? They don't. So these guys will wreck trying to get on pit road. I guarantee it. Yeah. Yeah.
Creeping up into the top 10 to join
Eckes, Hocevar, and DiBenedetto on the bottom. Nobody pitting yet. Got to account for some overtimes, I guess.
Looks like Matt Crafton, but it's 13 of
Johnny Sauter and his Matt Crafton cosplay truck.
Got a win here at Talladega years ago and looking to add another. He's already been runner-up once this season. Also has another top 5. He's only made a few starts, but he's made them count.
Joe Cobb, 14 seconds.
Junior Joyner, our good friend, crew chief in that 13 truck.
I think Jamie reported earlier that Ben Rhodes had a brand new truck for this race. That truck was actually built for Johnny Sauter. It looked so good in the wind tunnel. They said, well, let's give it to Ben. So Johnny's got one of the older trucks, and obviously Johnny doing a whale of a job.
Yeah, Ben doing a whale of a job.
The Ben truck.
Randy, you're doing a heck of a job.
Make good decisions is the point. Ben's been strong all day long as well.
If DiBenedetto causes the wreck, that'd be ironic.
Did you find out the
66 of time adjustment.
What were DiBenedetto's odds, Michael? Can you tell me? Because I can't remember.
about strategy in regards to coming to pit
Oh, wait
road,
till the
come
field
together
hits and
as a big
really get
group
on
of
the gas.
manufacturers, right?
Go find all your Toyota friends and come with them. And I'm going to tell you, Vince, don't take for
That's a lot of
granted
Toyotas.
these guys in that front
With one
pack
Ford
can
there,
make
the
a green
15,
flag
Tanner
stop
Gray.
without having an issue. We always do. We see it a lot. When they peel off turn 4, someone won't
They're
get
like
the
me
message
in-
and they'll
in
make
heat
contact.
5,
You've
dipping
got to
down
be
to
so
yellow.
clear
Keep
when
going
you're
below.
coming to pit road in a pack. And you, if I'm running in the back and there's a pit stop coming, I like just holding where I'm at until the pit stops are over.
And remember, they're running 180, 85 miles an hour, and they're coming
Now the whole
turn
field
4,
single
they
fox
get
are getting ready to pit.
85 miles an hour.
They're all on the bottom.
Penalties sometimes are abundant as well.
And explain again the significance and importance of pitting together with teammates.
So DiBenedetto's in a good spot.
Well, we talked earlier, when you're out of the draft, it's a couple of seconds a lap. And so your race is over if you wind up by yourself. And the way you wind up by yourself is that mistake Phil just talked about. You get a speeding penalty this late in the race, it's a real problem. Also, just Vince, watch how aggressively they turn off of turn 4, down onto the apron, trying to get out of the traffic. Makes for sometimes some thrilling moments.
Preview of the Cup race tomorrow.
You're trying to be clear of anybody running in the back.
Nobody pitting yet.
A lot of guys will do that, though.
I think it's an indicator that they are getting close to those pit stops because they're all single file.
Well, John Hunter pitted by himself. He's got a problem. He's got to have a problem if he pitted by himself.
And head to pit road. Now 32 to go.
That's not good. Pitting by yourself, not good.
And John Hunter Nemechek, who had dropped back and ran around for a while. This was part of the plan to come in, get that tear off for clear vision.
You pitted by yourself, though.
Actually, right sides, it looks like only for the for an audible call there.
You know, I like this strategy, and I'll tell you why. I used to do this when I raced sometimes. When you
Because we were just talking about pitting as a group.
Let him finish his fucking story.
I like coming in by myself.
A quick one, maybe? But they're all single file. Well, I did say I think they're going to wreck coming to pit road.
If they're coming the next lap,
Here they
that's a
come.
good strategy in my opinion, and here they come.
Oh yeah, by the time he catches them,
Another
I
big
see
group.
what Mikey's saying.
They going to make it?
7th place in line, you're down to
Oh,
Deegan.
Deegan. Hey, they made it. Nobody wrecked coming to pit road, and there was a whole pack of them.
But I like that call.
Just a tire
I'm shocked.
across pit road, Jamie.
Absolutely.
Uh-oh.
I believe we called that a
What?
tackle of
Caution. You got to throw the caution now. A crew guy ran out on the track to get the tire.
John Hunter is living the dream.
One of Deegan's crew guys ran on track. You're not allowed to do that.
Crew member
And yeah,
going
I'm
to
gonna
get
be
that
mean
tire.
because you're a
Yeah, that's fucking horrible. Well, that just saved John Hunter. John Hunter Nemechek's going to be the leader.
Tires and fuel.
So now John Hunter's a genius because Deegan's crew guy ran onto the goddamn track to get the tire.
Coming out, it really does play into the hand of the
Jesus
Ford.
fucking Christ. What was DiBenedetto's odds is what I was asking.
I think you saw there why I like pitting by myself. It's chaos.
I didn't like pitting by myself, but it worked out for him.
What the fuck?
And had those issues.
And we saw that tire of Haley Deegan out in the middle.
That crew guy's going to get sent home, I think.
Because either she hit her tire carrier or somebody may have hit her tire carrier and knocked the tire out of his hand.
You cannot leave the pit road to go to the grass. You cannot do that.
Well, we've had 2
What a
chances
mess.
of somebody dying.
You're exactly right.
Yeah.
She comes in.
Yo.
Oh, she did, yeah. She caught
Ow.
And she crossed the line and ran into her tire carrier. And that's why these guys have to dodge this tire bouncing across pit road. And what a
No
great
pit
job.
penalties. Everybody was on pit road.
And that's what brought the caution out when that crew
Dude.
member ran so close to the racetrack, which is a no-no.
You cannot
to get
do that.
tire.
That is so stupid. DiBenedetto was 25-1.
And that is indeed why the caution was thrown. So it was some real chaos, just as you guys
And
predicted.
it's a penalty.
Yeah, uncontrolled tire for sure.
So that's our situation where if I'm pitting in that first pit, I'm going to go way to the inside, almost next to the
John Hunter
inside
Nemechek's a
wall.
genius now.
No
His
one can
crew
get
chief.
locked out.
Rudy Fugel, right? Oh, wait, Rudy's with Byron now. Rudy's been with Byron for a while. I can't remember who John Hunter's crew chief is. I don't fucking watch trucks anymore.
She, was
DiBenedetto's back on pit road.
coming into pit road. She couldn't get all the way to the bottom field. Watch her up the middle, passing trucks late into the entry area, and then has to just.
She did a good job getting on pit road, but
Fortunate she didn't get run into.
a little too good of a job.
When you have that pit stall, you're right. Just get as low as you can so you don't have any traffic to worry with. But I think she overestimated her braking power.
Motherfucker ran all the way out there to get that tire. Oh, Lord. There was going to be a caution anyway for the
He
tire.
must be a real sucker for some Haley Deegan.
He's a Deegan simp.
Good check, Jamie.
All them other simps would have run out there and got that tire.
Idea of pitting by yourself, but that was not the plan. Crew Chief Eric Phillips just came out the pit box and he was upset. I asked him.
See, they said that was not the strategy to pit by himself. And I'm like, yeah, it's a stupid move. You're not going to have anybody to draft with. But they got lucky.
Pit on lap 62. Be on pit road. Nobody else listened. We're the only ones to come.
Well, it worked out.
Yeah.
Didn't have any drama.
It was totally a stupid strategy, but he's going to be up front now.
There's going to be more than enough drama. It's coming up.
Lord almighty. Truck series, man. It's definitely a truck race.
Oh boy.
Just had a crew guy chase a tire off the pit road, off into the grass, up to the goddamn racetrack in Green at Talladega to catch a fucking tire. Stretch my legs. Be sitting in this chair a lot tomorrow, I guess.
Jalen Ramsey in the interview said Odell come back. Like in the middle of it. He was talking about Odell and he's like, Odell come back.
Rams 49ers on Monday night.
Michael Gallup to make season debut versus Commanders.
The old commies. The Washington commies. It's October, best month of the year. Oh wait, it's October. Sorry. It's October. So it's time to bust this bad boy out again. Yeah. That's one of the coolest things I ever bought.
That is pretty cool.
I got my Friday the 13th fucking Blu-ray set out, and it's the coolest thing I've ever bought. I bought it last year around Black Friday because it was really cheap. Well, cheaper than it normally was. It was originally like $250. I got it for like 100 and something, 140, I think. And it's the most high quality. You realize how hard it was to find these movies in good quality up until this came out? These old ass 80s horror movies. Fucking awesome to have. Oh, I've had that, but now I got to get the extended version.
Oh yeah, the movie was nice.
It's just a great fucking time. Oh yeah, and I got my fucking my other box set that you'd be interested in. It's all 3 Tobey Maguire Spider-Man movies and the 2 Andrew Garfield Spider-Man movies.
Remember?
And we're around.
Look at our Blue Emu race summary. I don't see chaos
One
on
of the
that
greatest
board anywhere,
goddamn
but
video
believe me,
games of
there's
all
been
time.
plenty of it, including that last
We
one.
just saw that, didn't we?
Fucking
There's
amazing.
more to come, for
I
sure.
like those Spider-Man.
John Hunter Nemechek
That's
and
the
Chandler
best
Smith,
one. Other than
stage
the one
1
that
and
came out
stage
for
2
the 4
winners.
PS5.
I think what's quite amazing, Vince, is we literally almost had the entire field come to pit road on the same lap,
Yeah.
under green.
I'll stick with my story.
Yeah. John Hunter Nemechek.
They running
came
P
by
before this
himself,
gets out of
no
hand.
drama.
They're not coming to the green
And
yet. I got
the
time.
really only about 4 trucks had stayed on the racetrack, led by Derek Kraus, who inherited the lead when everyone came pit road. They just pitted down when the pit road opened and lost all the track position because everybody that pitted under green, even in that chaos, will restart in front of them.
And look where John Hunter Nemechek is going to surface inside the top 10.
And he was running, what, 26 or something when
In
he
that
pitted?
backpack.
Yeah.
There's the Ford truck.
One of our playoff drivers. Speaking of playoff drivers, Stuart Friesen speeding on pit road during that pit stop.
Man, they had bad time to do it.
We did not need that.
The 25 of De Benedetto and the 13 of Jamie Sauter, or Johnny Sauter, also Speedy. And
Jamie?
speaking of Jamie, let's go to Jamie.
Well, thanks, Vince. Well, just updating what happened with Haley Deegan and her pit crew on pit road. The tire carrier that ran out across the track to grab the tire and help his team out. NASCAR went down, they pulled his hard card, and you see there they are escorting him out after this incident right here.
Now, look at there's a contact there, knocks the tire out of the hand of the tire carrier, and I think it's probably just instinct to go out and get it, but you can't.
Yeah, yeah. You got to appreciate his spirit, his effort. Man, that's a tough situation, but you can't go out there.
Big rule broken.
Yeah, and it's a safety thing.
Yeah.
You can't be running out that close to the racetrack. You never know what's going to happen coming off of turn 4. So NASCAR did what they had to do, and obviously they're trying to discourage that and from happening again.
And speaking of safety, if you are just joining us, incident early in the race involving Jordan Anderson, truck on fire. Jordan taken to the infield care center and then by helicopter to a local hospital. Awake and alert.
Alrighty.
Is the word from NASCAR. That's the only
Jordan Anderson is awake and alert.
Awake.
They're coming to the green with 26 to go. We haven't had our 35-minute red flag yet to bleed into the Xfinity race, so stay tuned for that.
It's actually been pretty clean.
It's been a mostly clean race. Stage 2 sucked. Yeah, a lot of close calls, and it's going to get closer here. Got Eckes, Hocevar, Enfinger, and Rhodes up front. John Hunter goes from the back into the top 10 with their horrible single pit stop, but it worked out.
Eckes speed.
Really? Why is he still lined up front?
I mean, not Eckes,
Friesen sped, okay.
Began here in NASCAR. A playoff driver has never won this race. Carson Hocevar on the inside, Christian Eckes.
It's time to get real. You got Jack Wood in 6th place.
Go Jack.
Jack Wood for the Yellowwood race. You got what you got. It's all in the driver and the spotter now. Inside line's really surging. That outside line ain't going anywhere.
Inside.
Ha 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 ha. Do the NASCAR 21 spotter. Hocevar and Enfinger. Colby Howard, who was spinning out earlier. Eckes, big run off into 3 with a push from Rhodes. It's not going to be enough. Side draft.
That sounds like what my hands feels like going down the
Ooh.
All those voices, you got a lot of stuff going on. Fortunately, we only usually have to listen to one spotter. That's just what it's like, though. All these drivers like different information. That's
Eckes leads the lap from the outside.
He gives us a grasp of what
Oh.
each driver likes and what they want.
25 to go.
Big bump draft off into the corner.
And Hocevar out front.
Was that another O moment you had?
Colby Howard almost bottomed out and straddled the apron. Ooh. And he almost turned Enfinger there. Big stack up. This is going to shuffle the field. Look at the trucks jumping out in the back because they see everybody slowing down. And I think they can go to the outside and get a big run.
On the outside doing a great job.
Where's he going,
Jack?
Jack Wood got shuffled out.
Gave it up.
He was behind his.
Every second you got to be on
He
your
was behind the 99 and the 98 and had it made. Let himself get shuffled out.
In line on the bottom. Gets shoved out of line there by the 91.
Oh, how did we save that?
Woohoo! Enfinger. I don't know how he saved it.
Yes. Well, no, that was one of them.
Handheld
The
position.
first O moment.
Eckes is leading these laps from the outside. That's really all you got to do when you think about it. Beat him to the start-finish line.
That push got them the lead.
Eckes can take the bottom if he wants. He's probably going to stay up here. He's got a teammate behind him. He'll stay with his teammate.
And that blue truck.
That's going to give Hocevar an opportunity.
Everybody has a tendency to want
Hocevar ain't running with any teammates. He's just running where he can get to the lead.
4 trucks back. And all of a sudden, everybody starts getting out of the gas a little bit, and you could be piling in. You got to be paying attention, and you got to be ready for anything.
And as Michael said, you can't really see through.
Yeah, Austin Wayne Self's in this lead pack.
So it's really
We got a Self sighting. We lost to Benedetto, but we got Austin Wayne Self in the lead pack.
Turn them sideways. Not only did he have to recover from that, but then 100 yards later, he sided Carson Hocevar.
I got to look at that. Michael sent me the odds. I just ain't looked yet.
No room for error. Too wide all the way back through the
It's a gaggle. It's a smorgasbord.
Eckes and Hocevar out front. Eckes on the outside, Hocevar on the bottom. Eckes in the playoffs. Hocevar is not. Eckes with one career win. Hocevar with none. Ben Rhodes right behind his team.
Rhodes and Eckes cleared Hocevar on the bottom, and they have just pulled way out there. That's not going to last, but they're in a good spot now. I like them being on the bottom. They keep beating the inside to the line, but you want to be on the bottom. You can hold the lead on the bottom. You can't really hold it from the top, I don't think. Zane Smith and Chandler Smith are hoping for a big wreck. Zane Smith's 8 points below the cut line running like that, too. Yeah.
Both have damage. They've had issues with their trucks, but they're fast enough, in my opinion, that when something happens, I'm not going to go with if. I'm going when, Phil. When something happens in this front pack, it'll give them a chance to reset.
I think that's got to be a strength.
Hocevar and Priest on the outside are taking the lead now.
22 to go. Plenty of time.
Not locking bumpers doesn't hurt the trucks because they punch such a big hole in the air. You still get these crazy runs. Now Hocevar's got the lead. He goes to the bottom. Oh, there's the wreck. Colby Howard, single truck spin, saves it, but caution's out anyway. Didn't need a caution for that. You'd have thought they saw raindrops as fast as they threw that caution now. Colby Howard's been sideways a lot today. Didn't need a caution for that.
Got away from him. Probably a bump draft go wrong, whether he bobbled or somebody hit him in an inopportune spot. Around he went, but you're right, Phil. Really fortunate to only be a one-truck spin.
It's not often that you bring out the caution twice in the same race at Talladega and never hit anything or have any more damage. Colby Howard twice has had a tire issue today and
nice
brought
circle,
out the
Phil.
caution.
Yeah, that's John Hunter Nemechek, the 4-truck right behind him, the black truck. Let's see what happens here. Looks like he just lost it. He got the left side down really below the yellow line, which is maybe a little flatter. I'll tell you, let's watch.
Yep.
Below the yellow line, like you said, then
That's
it
what he
pops
did.
up and he tries to correct it. That's what a great example of how difficult it is to hold one truck straight. Let alone with somebody beating in the
The NFL fired
these trucks
the
handle great here at Talladega.
neurotrauma consultant they use to spot concussions. They fired him after the Tua shit. They're looking for a new concussion expert.
Have a chance to battle back to the top 10 again.
A couple of top tens for Colby Howard this season, just 20 years old.
Racing hard for a top 10 at IRP a couple of races ago when he got turned around. So he's just the guy that keeps popping up toward the front. Fun to watch. A great team. Bill McAnally teammates with Derek Kraus in the 19 Napa truck.
Colby from South Carolina. Certainly all our thoughts and prayers with those that have in Carolina and Florida and elsewhere that have been in the line of hurricane.
Single car spin, make it a quick yellow.
It has been for so many down in the southeast.
So much devastation.
The 38 of Zane Smith on pit road.
Barry just tweeted, "My wife is going into labor at the hospital right now, but I'm not going because I'm watching Navy versus Air Force on CBS. My country comes first." And for those asking, her boyfriend is currently at Dave & Buster's with a couple of his buddies, and I have to pick them up after the game is over.
You saw the 18 of Chandler Smith coming in just to get
Oh,
topped
man.
off. There is some damage to the back of that truck, which they did address the last pit stop when they came in, guys.
20 to go at Talladega. The drama's just beginning. Don't miss the finish.
You know who would have loved a good air fryer? Jeffrey Dahmer.
See, did I? Deontay Johnson versus Sauce Gardner. How many interceptions do you think Mitch is going to throw to cost us the game?
Somebody cranking up their hog outside.
Look at this dirty hit in college football.
Yeah.
Well, he ain't even moving.
It's like that dude that hit Teddy Bridgewater when he played for the Vikings.
Yeah, that was bad.
Yeah, you know exactly the one I'm talking about.
Teddy got hit.
Yeah.
I feel like that's why I have so much respect for Teddy, because he still plays the game after that shit, and he's still a pretty good.
That and almost having to have his leg amputated when he hurt it in training camp for the Vikings a few years ago.
Alex Smith.
God, Austin Wade sells 250 to 1, and he's in this fucking lead group right here. He's 8th. 250 to 1.
I know who I'm going for.
Yeah. I'll cheer for the stupid bastard, I guess.
Damn, I'd hate to know what Deegan's odds were.
Rhodes and Eckes are the best trucks in the top 10, I'd say. Especially when they're running together. And they will. They're teammates. They'll stay together.
They're all racing for this. Well, at least they will be next one.
I could see that.
Trophy that Ben Rhodes secured a year ago as the series champion. We're in the middle race of the round of 8 here.
Coming to the green.
Perfect day at Talladega. And we've got less than 20 to go. Ty Majeski has secured a spot in that championship 4, and one of these other 7 playoff drivers hoping to get their spot to run for the title. The final race in this round in a couple of weeks at Homestead. But unsettled business right now with Carson Hocevar on the bottom and Christian Eckes up top.
Looked like Nemechek was really laying back.
There we go. Rhodes and Eckes again, just in sync with each other.
Jump to the high side, maybe around.
Nobody pushing behind them, but they have such a strong run here, they could just about clear that inside.
Yeah. Still got.
Here comes Ankram's pulling up behind. Where's Tyler Ankram been all day?
On the outside. There's that big push from Ben.
Playoff driver shaded in yellow on the left side of the screen of the pylon. Majeski, of course, in green because he's already secured advancing to the next round.
There's Ryan Grayson at 17.
Hocevar's got to be annoyed trying to look in his rearview mirror, and he just sees a big fucking flap coming up. Because you drive out of the mirror more here than you do out of the windshield when you're leading.
In fact, a lot can happen on the last lap at Talladega. That's usually where we see the winner decided.
Oh, Hocevar almost got spun in the tribal. Priest pushing him.
That's an incredible stat. It just tells you how crazy things are here.
Hashtag stat that.
The closest finish ever. 2/1000th of a second here at Talladega.
Can you believe Cody Ware's on crutches and he's going to run the Cup race tomorrow?
Told you.
Yeah.
Difficult it is
He's
to hang on to
racing
one of these
tomorrow?
trucks.
Yes, Cody Ware's racing tomorrow and he's on crutches.
Damn.
Teammates Rhodes and
Nemechek
Eckes on the outside.
And Nemechek got back into the top 10 and it didn't do him any good.
9th and 10th.
Yeah. Got Benedetto himself in the top 10. We in there.
Oh,
Somebody went really wide back there.
High side in the back of the pack as the front.
A lot of speed. The guys haven't run that high today, so there's still speedy drop there from when the 45 hit.
Side by side. Looks like at least about 10.
Man, we haven't mentioned the name Corey Heim much, if at all, today, and he has raced his way up to the 3rd truck on that inside lane.
You know, and you're also
Corey Hobb won Atlanta this year.
sort of not as important if it's a Toyota or a Ford or Chevy. You just need help. You know, you've got to use whatever
guys
trucks
are really
behind
just
you
gonna
or
ride
your
the
with
back.
that you're making progress
They
with.
don't. If there's not a big crash,
You got to get in a position to be able to win.
It's hard to get 3 wide here because the far outer lane's going to slow down so much. So Yeah, they're running over each other and pushing and shoving, but you'd be more likely to get a big wreck if they're 3 wide. Oh, there it is. Enfinger, Sauter, Self, Tanner Gray. Not a big crash, but about 4 or 5 guys.
Got sideways.
Yeah, he's done.
Sauter's done too.
Maybe that strategy by Stuart
Austin Wayne Self's done.
Matt Benedetto got through.
Yeah, DiBenedetto's okay.
Austin Wayne Self was that
Ooh.
pick. Tanner Gray
He got pushed and got
Enfinger.
sideways.
Oh,
Was that Grant we were hearing?
Yes, that
The
was
right,
Jeff Hensley asked him if he cut a tire.
the right rear's gone. Not only the tire, but the bumper too.
horrible break for
Good news is
Enfinger.
there shouldn't be a lot of debris. Most of them managed to drive away.
IRP.
Best average finish in that first round.
And he hasn't finished outside the top 5 yet in the playoffs. 4 playoff races, 4 top 5 finishes,
Wow.
including a win.
That's impressive.
Not going to be the case today
I think the team,
without some sort of miracle.
the team's wondering if there's a
Talladega.
future here.
Might as well try.
A lot of damage to that truck.
Bang it out.
Johnny Sauter involved.
Remember when Johnny Sauter used to be decent in trucks?
There's the 15 of Tanner Gray getting ready to be put on the hook. He showed some good speed early in the race today as well. And of course, his teammate Ryan Preece is running up in the top 5 currently. When at this point for the 23.
Remember
of
Step
Enfinger,
Brothers?
you're
Dale,
trying to salvage
no power
everything to
tools.
get that
What?
truck to be
No
able to
power
go
tools. That's my
because-
toothbrush. That is not your toothbrush.
Right there.
They're just trying to
Dad,
beat the other trucks that have
can we build bunk beds?
back on the racetrack.
Why are you asking me for permission to build bunk beds? You're 34 years old. So,
There might be another
let me put it to you like this.
There's another
I don't give a fuck. And they go, so...
put it in the right direction. The pedals
I
dig
don't
down.
give
Let's see
a
what
fuck.
happens Here with Grant, you see the truck starting to wiggle.
That's that yellow truck in front of the pink truck.
Yeah, 4th in line
Right
on the
there.
outside.
Yeah, he realizes that something went wrong, but as you mentioned, they're so
Haley
close
Deegan got
together.
through.
You don't have any room to maneuver without somebody. You back off the throttle, you get run into.
Yeah, Austin Wayne Self had nowhere to go, and just Sauter got caught up in
Yeah.
Tanner Gray. I mean, it's just chain reaction.
Look at the job Parker Kligerman does in the tie truck right there, slips
Ooh,
by.
right between
Great
Host
job,
Sauter,
Sauter and Brett Holmes.
You know, and sometimes it's those
Them
near
trucks
misses
come
that you
together
go
like
back at
butt
at the end of
cheeks.
the day and
Bam.
You won the race and say, thank goodness.
Watch come tiptoeing along late in the spin. I don't know if we'll see him or not, but John Hunter Nemechek just
John
riding
Hunter
out back
Nemechek.
after his pit stop gets through this as well. See if we can catch John Hunter.
That's Haley Deegan.
Haley Deegan to the bottom. There goes Parker making that nice, calm
Jack
move.
Wood on the inside.
I think that should all be put with grass so you can't cut down there and avoid the wreck. No. Some boomer somewhere would say that.
There's going low, then moves up
Michael
around,
doing
back
his Ned
up
Jarrett
towards the
impression
yellow
for Haley
line.
Deegan.
He's gonna avoid
She's running 15th.
Tanner Gray, 15 and drives back up to the racetrack.
Always said that sounds when people say stuff like that, they sound like Ned Jarrett talking about Dale back in the day before he got to be good.
And that's just the way it is. at
There's
Talladega.
Dale Jarrett just
Sometimes
moved into the 24th position.
you get caught up in it, no fault of your own. Certainly as was the case. And it wasn't even Enfinger's fault, really. I mean, a tire.
Fucking Sauter
It's not
doing.
anything that he
Go
did,
home.
but Johnny Sauter got caught up in it. Austin Wayne Self got caught up in it.
God.
We will never financially recover from this.
And there is the 23 of Enfinger. At least they've got it rolling.
We got to do some more sawing,
Lay
Vince.
off the little Davies.
Jack Hensley, the crew chief.
Remember,
He's the one
there's
who's been
a
buying all
damaged
them damn
vehicle
Hostess
policy as
cakes. That's
well,
why we
but
keep
you
getting
have
boxes
to
and
have
boxes
6
and boxes of
minutes
them at the store.
to do all the
We get more
repairs.
Hostess
Then-
cakes than
then he has to
anything.
make minimum speed.
And I ain't bought a single box since I've been there. I'm proud of myself. It's hard. They got the holiday ones now. You know, the ones that are usually Christmas trees, but at Halloween, they're like Halloween little. Oh, fuck, dude. I want them so bad, but
Enfinger gets
I
back
won't.
to pit road for some more damage.
I will eat
repair.
some of
We'll
these,
do it
though.
later. Come back for the final laps at Talladega.
Oh, boy. Still no red flag. That's good. I'll deal with it. No red flags I can deal with. Sorry, guys. Xfinity race is at 4:15, I think. Get a little bit of a break between races. Should I stream the Vikings and Saints some more? I feel like ain't nobody gonna watch it 9:30 in the fucking morning. I get up and watch the game. I don't know if I should stream it or not.
Turn it on if it gets interesting.
Yeah.
After.
Because then, yeah, maybe. I've done that in the past with games where I'm like, yeah, I ain't gonna stream
if
this.
If it's a tie game, middle of the third, and it looks like it's gonna get cold, then
I might do that.
11:30, 12 o'clock in the afternoon.
Fight for the National League East is on. Pete Alonso and the Mets taking on Ronald Acuna Jr. and the Rays. Or maybe get the Rays and the Astros. Action begins 7 o'clock Eastern on Fox. Check for the game in your area. It's such a great time of the year. Playoff action.
I like baseball. Just
NASCAR.
watch it. It's too boring.
Major League Baseball.
It's a great time of year, Vince.
Love it. NFL, college football.
Ball
good
is in
stuff
the air.
going on. How about radio from this Chandler Smith group?
+20. Honestly, I am very content with just finishing inside of the top 20, collecting our points and going home. But I'm just telling you, that's where my mindset is. If we can go forward, I'm basically saying I'm content with staying back here until something big happens. Because if we get wadded up, that buffer will go down to like +10, maybe less.
You got to play the big picture here, don't you? I mean, if you're Chandler Smith and you see the playoff standings there on the bottom left-hand part of the screen, he's +23.
It's not a bad strategy either. 23 points above the projected cut line. I mean, that's over half what a winner usually averages. The guy leading the points is going to average about 40 points over the course of the year, so that's not a bad strategy.
And he's just simply saying, if I stay back here and don't wreck, I'm going to go to Miami with some action, and that's what I'm looking for. You said it, Vince. It's big picture. It's being able to get to Phoenix and win a championship. And sometimes, as we
Crazy
sit
that
here
Homestead's
as
coming up
broadcasters,
because it's either been the last race of the year or early in the season for such a long time.
It's going to happen. So he decides to stay back out of that mess as Grant Enfinger continues. He's got to be about used up his crash clock, hasn't he?
He's very close to the damaged vehicle policy. Jamie?
Yeah, you get 6 minutes on the damaged vehicle policy, Jamie.
And Jeff Hensley just told him, we're good. That's about all the
We're good. Nah, you ain't good, but it's running.
They've got a Sawzall, a baseball bat, Barabon tape. They
You
don't
ain't
know
good,
what's
but it's
really
running.
functional if they're
I
gonna
only have
be
one
able to
question.
continue, but they
Where the
think
fuck's
they're
my
okay.
8-wide racing?
Just told us
Where's my
they're
8-wide
okay.
racing?
They last stop. They had only
Give
taken
it to
left
me
tires,
now.
so
Where's
they
my
just
any
got
wide
the right
racing?
side tires, and you see the damage here. That right rear
That'd
that
be
let go.
crazy.
His teammate
Just
Jack
10 to
Wood
go restart.
showing courts
Let
as
him
well.
go.
He too
9 to go.
just took lefts on the last stop.
You know, I don't think that the crew members get enough credit for the work they do on the damage, on some of these severely damaged trucks and cars on the Xfinity Cup level as well. I mean, when you go over the line, just to get them in a condition to where they can roll and continue the race, I mean, it's amazing.
And it's not always the same thing, too. They have to be able to adjust on the fly and cut bumper bars loose. Like you can see the bumper bar hanging out, but it was hanging out even worse. They cut part of that off. It's amazing the work they did. Now I'm sure they're discussing how close they were to the damaged vehicle policy. And in order to reset that clock, they have to make minimum speed once the green flag is displayed. And if the caution were to
have
come
10 to go.
right away, they're still cleared for
How's Hocevar going to oh, it's Hocevar and Priest again, just like Charlotte.
damaged vehicle policy.
Don't do that.
Minimum speed if they can just run a
How's Hocevar going to fuck this one up and piss off Ryan Priest?
Okay enough to hang on to the back end of the draft, especially if he's got someone behind him
Funny
giving
when
him a
Priest
push.
turns him hard right.
Pace truck is off. Hocevar on the bottom. Eckes leads the top lane. When they take the green, there will be 10 to go.
The top 10 is not all full of yellow lines there, is it?
Eckes and Rhodes.
Here we go.
Drivers in the top 10.
10 to go. And 98's going to have the lead coming out of 2. Or will he?
42 truck beat
17 giving a good push to Hocevar.
So keep your eye on the leader. Ryan Priest really aggressive with the pushing. Can Carson hold on to that truck? Carson Hocevar in that 42 leading. Here comes the Toyota brigade on the outside. ThorSport team said earlier, very strong today.
He didn't get the lead out of 2, but he got it down the back for now, the 98. Not enough to hold it, though.
Behind this 99 of Brett Holmes.
Oh, what a great story that would be. Holmes
Ooh.
at blue and yellow 32, as Phil said, third on that outside line. Alabama.
I think in honor of Jordan Anderson, these guys should all run the rest of the race half hanging out of their trucks. But they wouldn't wreck and hurt each other then.
Has never won here in the Camping World Truck Series, and what a day to do it at his home track in Talladega.
9 to go.
But he's got a long way to go. 9 laps left. Hocevar and Eckes still leading their respective lines.
I think Chandler Smith is taking that decision to heart. He's running back behind. He's leading back behind this big pack.
Look at them weaving back and forth while they're getting pushed.
I think if he could see that right there, Vince, he would be happy with the position that he's put himself. I think that Grant Enfinger did indeed clear.
Chandler Smith's racing like a pussy. Joe Logano broke his TV.
Being shown a lap down because of the time it took to make those repairs.
Damn.
See there, big bobble by
Big
Eckes
Bob.
on the outside. Kept his leg in it.
98's beating the 42 to the start-finish line almost every time. He's on the outside. He's not clearing him for the lead, but he beats him to the start-finish line.
Ticking time bomb here, it seems like.
It's Ryan Priest in the 17, second in line on the inside. Winner earlier this season at Nashville. Running a part-time schedule, but always a threat to win. Corey Heim, third in line on the inside. Got a couple of wins this season, again, on a part-time schedule.
And there he is, just like we're used to seeing Corey Heim, always circling toward the front, running that in that third position on the bottom of the track.
He's a winner in ARCA in the super speedways.
It's the same thing lap after lap. They're just 2 by 2 by 2, pushing. Who's going to get the start-finish line this time? 98 again. Eckes again. Keep that in mind. On the outside.
And those guys back towards the back have made their decision. Now we're going to have to make our move towards the front with only
Nowhere to go. Everybody's just 2 by 2.
sideways again.
And he's not getting a push, it's just that loose.
Derek Cross back there dipped below the line. Oh. Thought Hocevar was getting dumped. Stay on the bottom.
Three fastest trucks on the racetrack that last lap.
You're a little more stable on the bottom. Not that you can tell watching his truck. Straddled the apron there.
If they could see what we're watching on the right of this TV show,
How's Hocevar going to give this one away?
I get it. These guys cannot keep from wrecking each other.
98's going to beat him to start-finish line again.
The nerves of Brett Holmes.
Yep.
In this situation,
Again,
they can't
keeping track of how many times that happens.
up there at the front contending for a win, much less doing it.
Damn, 98 can do whatever he wants now. He's going to stay with his teammate, though. That's the right thing to do.
Talladega, Alabama.
DiBenedetto's right behind these guys. Ew. You got Eckes, Rhodes, Brett Holmes, and DiBenedetto on the top line. It's all Priest and Hocevar on the bottom. They're not getting much help from anybody.
This is incredible that they've been able to hang on to those trucks. Look at that big push the 32's getting.
32's killing that.
Benedetto. See why they shuffled him out. Ooh, Hocevar. Hocevar on the apron. Hocevar on the apron. He's coming to the pit. No, he's got a problem. Or did he just try to save it? Right rear tire down on Hocevar from the lead. He had to duck to the apron, and he missed the pit entrance. Yeah. Holmes and DiBenedetto.
The Alabama native, Brett Holmes.
Yeah, Holmes is clear for the lead on the bottom in front of Eckes and Rhodes, and Hocevar just, he's stopping to get a damn caution. He's stopping to get a caution. They should do whatever it takes to not throw a caution there. He stopped to get a yellow on purpose. He should be penalized. He should be put 2 laps down for that. Look, yeah, now he's rolling. He stopped to get a goddamn caution. Put his ass multiple laps down.
Man, that was getting good.
Put his ass multiple laps down. That is ridiculous.
We're right about there being a caution flag. It didn't happen like they thought it would probably.
He stopped until they threw the yellow.
NASCAR doesn't.
Don't do that.
Don't do that. He stopped on purpose to get a caution. They should penalize him. Put him 2 laps down.
He looked like he's out of flat for about.
Gotta hold you 2 laps is what I'd say.
It's been loose enough. It finally goes away, and he's able to somehow get down out of the way.
I'd have held him 2 laps.
Pile up the whole field right there.
Did a great job getting out of the way.
Yeah, and then he stops to bring out a caution.
Yeah, that right rear tire's flat right there. You could see it.
At least it happened on a straightaway. If that happened in the middle of the corner, that would have took the whole field out. It happened on the front stretch.
He's eventually going to spin. At least do a half a spin.
Yeah, half a spin to get a caution. Watch him. Yeah, he spins on the straightaway. Yeah, totally not on purpose.
Needed a caution.
Yeah, spun on the straightaway, guys. That should not be allowed.
He got it refired after the caution came out. NASCAR, a lot of times, will frown on you what they feel like is intentionally.
Yeah, I mean, that's obviously intentional.
That spun out just like that.
Yeah, that's a penalty. Not. Yeah,
Put him 2 laps down.
Yeah, as we mentioned, they frown on that, and you know they're going to deem
And as well
him
they should.
intentionally bringing up the caution.
As
Yes.
well they should. He will be, as mentioned, held a lap.
He should be held 2 laps. 1 ain't enough.
But it sets up a shootout for sure to the finish here
Yeah,
at
DiBenedetto
Talladega.
third.
Remember the last
Yeah,
races, as Michael has mentioned.
got a shot at the money.
Today, the last
It's gonna be hard to
races
beat the
here at
Thor Sport
Talladega,
trucks, though.
The winner led only the final lap. Gives you the indication.
Fuck holding him a lap. Park his ass for bringing out a caution on purpose. Because now if somebody gets hurt on this restart, it's his fault.
Right here at Talladega, 2010, Kyle Busch winning by 0.02 of a second.
Let's get Stat Guy Russell on this. Who had
The
led on
fuck are you? I do not like Carson Hocevar.
That might
I
be
do
who's
not.
the favorite to take this baby because we already
He's
have
a dumb fuck.
Ryan Preece.
DiBenedetto is up there. Maybe
Yeah, I don't think he's
DiBenedetto
led a
gets
lap. I think Brett Holmes has led a lap.
Corey Heim has it.
Lane Perkins doing a great job.
And this ain't the first time Hocevar's done that, too.
Talking about close finishes.
Park his ass.
Truck Series has had them over the years, haven't they?
Mm-hmm. 0.002 of a second. That's
Can't win a
just
fucking
inches,
race.
right? I mean, that's
So you do
inches.
some dumb shit like that.
That'd be so close.
You weren't going to win this one because Eckes and Rhodes were going to beat you.
If it's 2,000ths of a second, it's tough to call.
We're gonna have to rely on a photo finish.
Also, the irony of asking Michael Waltrip if somebody's spinning out on purpose should bring out a caution is hilarious.
They're going to stock up for a basically maybe a 2-lap shootout.
I gotta go. I gotta go. I don't know that I would have put back last time.
It's going to be an overtime finish, it looks like. We come to 2 to go here with the lights still on the safety truck.
And we are being told that it will indeed be overtime.
We're going to overtime because somebody spun out on purpose.
Christian Eckes out front.
Alright, rubber top. Gonna get pushed. No matter what happens, get that back to start finish line. Upside down on fire, whatever it takes. Cross the line, buddy.
Damn.
J-Rod is crew chief. Bring it back,
upside
spring
down
steering
on
wheel.
fire,
Right?
just get it
That's
across
easy
the
to see in a pit box, isn't it?
I agree.
He's in a good spot. Had a very fast truck. Done a great job today. Now, what line does he pick?
inside.
I mean, will they work together now? If he pulls to the outside,
Is
for
it
the
too late
restart,
for that?
Is it too late for that? Would Ben not
Cut the
automatically
inside, you're
let
gonna
him in?
Well, I think it's interesting, you talked about
The inside, you got the Benedetto and Holmes
teammates and
sitting here
manufacturer
outside.
teammates and all of that. At some point, that goes right out the window. I think we're at that point, aren't we? I mean,
If they were brothers, it kind of goes out the window at some point, Vince.
oh goodness. And so we talked about Eckes being out front there. How about that teammate right behind him there in the bright orange, Ben Rhodes, Jamie?
Yeah, and Ben Rhodes that came on the radio and said, all right, it's that time. No more saving fuel. Do Ben Rhodes stuff. And I tell
Do
you what,
Ben
there's a lot of
Rhodes
energy
stuff,
in this
which
pit
means
box.
do some
His
dumb
new
shit.
spots are on board. There's about 1,000 people here to
We're gonna
watch
cross
this
the
in
line
person. So,
upside
of
down
course,
on fire.
they're rooting for 99 to take it home.
1,000 people holding their breath all at the same time. That could be exciting.
And us three.
I want Honeycutt to win.
Yeah, Phil and I have been there and done that, so we are a wreck as soon as we're a wreck before the race starts, and they start wrecking.
Well, don't mention the word wreck. NASCAR overtime, it is a 2-lap shootout. And,
At least it was a quick caution.
And if they come back and get
The race would be over right now if it wasn't for Carson Hocevar being a stupid piece of shit.
Yellow or the checkers. If we get a caution prior to the leader taking the white, then we'll re-rack them and do it again for unlimited attempts. What a beautiful day. What a great way to start the weekend here at Talladega.
Tallywhacker.
All three in the series.
We noticed Christian took the inside. Now he wasn't
Hocevar did the
going to
pro
go
game
to the
move.
outside just you know.
Oh yeah, they like to hype up Hocevar for the same reason they hype up Noah. He's got personality. No, he doesn't, and neither does Noah. Noah's a fucking phony ass tryhard, and Hocevar's a fucking geek.
You had to.
Oh, he wears funny hats though.
On your bumper in this situation.
What personality? That's how starved we are of personality that we get lied to. Noah Gregson and Hocevar are personalities. No, they're not.
Eckes and
Ricky Rudd was a fucking personality. I hate to go all boomer on you, but Rusty Wallace, Darrell Waltrip was a personality. Kurt Busch is a personality. Dale Earnhardt Jr. was a personality. Tony Stewart, Kevin Harvick, Greg Biffle, Carl Edwards, Kyle Busch. These fucking dorks are not, they're not what they say they are. Yeah, they're phony as fuck. Noah's like the worst, but Hocevar is pretty much just as bad.
He's in 11.
of the race.
I just think that everything's pretty straightforward right here,
flashlights
Ben.
Get your Haley Deegan race win fleshlights from Lionel.
What's hanging in front of
Get
it?
those pre-orders up.
You just have to hold it wide open right here and hope for the right pushes.
One day I'm going to get into the sport and people are going to dig up the things I've said and hate me.
NASCAR overtime at Talladega.
I don't care. Future reference, I don't give a fuck what you think. Those of you in the future. Because as long as I'm around, somebody's going to discover me sooner or later.
Very well here.
Benedetto getting a good push.
Go to the outside, Tim.
De Benedetto into second.
Go to the outside.
Stay on the bottom. Stay on the bottom right now. Just stay where you are.
And that's
Go to the outside. Now I went to the outside. He didn't go, and he's going to let the two teammates get lined up together.
Right now doing a great job pushing.
Unless the 98's just going to stay on the bottom now. I guess every man for himself now. Oh,
Both clear.
damn. God, Holmes is really good. Holmes is a good pusher. I don't think Holmes is good out front, but he can push like a motherfucker. Ooh. The teammates are getting lined up. De Benedetto's pushing Holmes again. Priest looking for a place to go. Thinks better of it. Tucks back in. Go, Matty D. Matt De Benedetto pushing Holmes. The two Thor Sports are pushing in the top. Oh, they're going to wreck. They're going to wreck. White flag.
Holmes takes the white flag.
Holmes is the leader at the white flag.
It's Holmes, the Alabama native.
The Alabama native.
For the very first time in his camping launch.
God damn it. We're so close to greatness, Michael. He's going to have to go to the outside, but then they're just going to fucking swing to the bottom on him. I guess just banking on this push from Matty D. Push! No! Don't let the 99 and 98 get clear. Oh, the 98 goes to the outside. Well, the 99 actually went to the bottom, and the 98 stayed outside. Corey Himes pushing Eckes.
Eckes on the outside.
Thor Sport door to door.
Teammates.
Holmes and Heim behind him. I think DiBenedetto lost his shot here. And they cut to a fucking onboard. I can't see. Oh, there goes 51 into the wall. And back across traffic. Wreck in the back. Matt DiBenedetto. He got forced below the yellow. He got forced below the yellow. Oh, the 32 won it. Holmes won. Holmes wins.
The hometown.
Oh, I thought DiBenedetto had it. He got forced below the yellow.
Talladega
top 10. Yeah. Well, a lot happened in that last 30 feet. A lot happened. And Fox started to cut to an onboard camera so you couldn't see any of it.
Wow, Matt DiBenedetto was
But Brett Holmes,
they were side by side.
Tate Fogelman, Spencer Boyd, Brett Holmes.
You talked about 2,000ths of a second, Phil. That's what timing and scoring is showing now, but it's certainly unofficial.
Comes back, Matt DiBenedetto wins.
But he went below the yellow line.
Wrecked vehicles everywhere.
He got forced below the yellow line, but that doesn't matter. The guy who who forced him below should be black flagged as well.
It doesn't. It's not
But
over.
Brett Holmes just won.
The very finish of the last lap, and obviously so many trucks get torn up.
And still not
All because Carson Hocevar had to spin out on purpose. So,
This move.
Heim gets fucking bodied, cuts back across, wrecks in the back, and while we're watching the wreck in the back with Sauter and the 9 and Majeski was in it.
Who was just laying back all day?
Yeah, Majeski was in the back all damn day. Now watch this finish.
There's the
Rhodes sends the 32 up high, comes down, body slams to DiBenedetto on the apron. They spin, and Holmes wins, clean as a whistle.
Straight up the outside is Holmes.
Holmes. Oh my God!
Farther across the line.
That's a.
Than DiBenedetto.
Oh,
And that's what timing and scoring is.
that's
saying.
close, but yeah, it's Holmes.
Wins, as you mentioned, Michael, by 2.
He said bring it home upside down or on fire.
What a great shot.
Call this the Blaney cam because for a couple of years in a row at Talladega, this was his
my
camera.
God.
Woo!
caution was
I think
out
DiBenedetto to get black
before
flagged anyway.
They got to the start-finish line.
Yeah, if the caution was out, then that's going to end the race.
Wait a minute.
They'll go back to
The
whatever
caution
they
did
need
come
to.
out.
Did they throw the caution before they got to start finish?
Used to support that.
Oh,
Holmes
no.
Holmes got to the start to the finish line first. but
Did we win?
the caution was out prior to that
They
point.
got to really unpack this. DiBenedetto went below the O line. Yes, he was forced.
That was after
was
the
actually
caution.
in front at that
Penalized, yeah.
The caution was already out.
So we got another Brennan Poole, Elliott Sadler deal going on here.
Becomes official. DiBenedetto was way out of bounds and sideways, so they got to understand.
We got another Brennan Poole, Elliott Sadler situation here, guys.
And he was wrecking, wrecking down there. So
Johnny saw
Why do you throw the caution 2 feet from the start-finish line?
To when the caution come out and stop it and see where
we
everybody's
mentioned
at.
Nemechek.
Have somebody like Ben Rhodes.
Why do you throw a caution 10 feet from the start-finish line is my question.
As of now, but that all could change depending on when the caution.
I say Holmes is the winner,
Moment of caution.
but I'm starting to have my doubts.
And what the running order was at that moment.
He doesn't seem to be celebrating just yet. Him and Matty D are going to park next to each other.
At Daytona, how we had to sort through the caution flag and how that affected exactly.
Oh boy, it's like American Idol. We're trying to find out who's the winner. Was it Matt DiBenedetto? Yay!
I love how the crew just said, pull ahead of him a little bit. I don't know.
You don't think this video matters as much? Let's just certainly get a picture of it at least, right?
That's
We're
about
going
how
to
close
give
it
you the
was.
replay
Okay.
from above. And,
Freeze frame when the caution comes out, please.
Keep an eye on when the caution comes out as they start wrecking. Initially with Corey Heim.
Matt DiBenedetto.
Christian Eckes lost a little bit.
I didn't see the lights come on, and you can't see the front of the field.
Right there.
No caution, no caution, no caution, no caution, no caution, no caution.
Came out.
And it's hard to tell.
And you
from
can't
the
tell. There's no
other
fucking
side.
lights.
The truck was
There's not any lights till you get
ahead of
like down to start
Rich, and
finish.
The caution actually
Like, look
does
how
come out.
long Ben Rhodes is ahead here, though, Vince. Yeah. Like,
It's
that's
either
crash-
Ben
they're crashing.
Rhodes
Is the
or
yellow
Matt
out?
DiBenedetto.
Ben Rhodes forced Matt DiBenedetto before the yellow line, below the yellow line.
Switch to turn the lights on.
There, Matt DiBenedetto's the leader.
DiBenedetto's ahead. It might be DiBenedetto. DiBenedetto might have won. I think DiBenedetto won. If we're going to go by when the caution come out, if they threw the caution before the leader hit the start-finish line, I say Matt DiBenedetto won the race.
Rhodes.
He was definitely shoved down below the yellow line.
How they rule that? Yep, absolutely.
I need some Twizzlers to cope with this.
Ben Rhodes wins, he shoved him below the yellow line.
Yeah.
Not be DQ'd.
Yeah.
So either way,
I think Matt DiBenedetto won. If we're going to go by the stupid fucking caution that didn't need to happen 2 feet before the start-finish
unless
line.
the caution was before he forced him below
Then
the
they
yellow
just have to go
line,
back
which I don't
and
think
look at all
Gotta
the
get these
videos.
Twizzlers to eat to calm my nerves.
4 spots with that time stamp.
On board the 99. Look for the light on the wall. Looking for a yellow light here.
DiBenedetto! DiBenedetto won the race! DiBenedetto won the race!
But was that exactly, had it already been out? It could have, we might have just caught that, and the yellow light had already
Now,
been on.
he killed the wall.
in all fairness, Brett Holmes should win the race. By rule, Matt DiBenedetto won the race.
The 25 of
Matt DiBenedetto won the race.
the winner.
Michael, we did it!
His first
We did it!
win.
We did it!
He couldn't do it.
Matt DiBenedetto won a race!
Still better than Bubba.
By God, he won it!
Did he add to the string, Mike?
I think the video made it pretty clear. That one angle looking out, the one looking back from Rhodes.
I feel bad for Brett Holmes.
Brett Holmes should win this race, but by rule, DiBenedetto wins it.
All the guys there from the Rackley team and Matt DiBenedetto.
Well, what
I'll be
about
down.
the job he did hanging on to that thing? He was crashing coming to the checker flag.
Yay!
Thank God and God.
Praise Jesus. Let's go, Brandon. Whatever stupid shit he's going to say.
I think the fact that, here's a guy who's been in Cup Series 7
he's gonna
years.
try?
Now he's coming to the truck stop,
Yep.
come out
He going to cry. He going to cry when we leave the air.
They've had some struggles, and they've
He gonna cry in the truck.
better and better. And today,
Now you can run across the track, crew guys.
get what they've been searching for.
NASCAR came and
The checkered
escorted
flag.
that dude out.
Their first win.
And only led one lap. We talked about the unpredictability. You better stick around.
He
to the finish.
technically, I would say technically didn't lead a lap. He was just
Here
the leader
in a
of
row.
caution.
How heartbreaking when you see the celebration for DiBenedetto and
Brett Holmes won this race,
heartbreaking it must
but
be
really,
Brett
DiBenedetto
Holmes,
won.
who I'm sure believed that he was the winner of the race. But the chaos at the end, you sift through it and you come out with Matt DiBenedetto.
Wow.
It's interesting. I talked earlier about.
Ready to do another one of these in about an hour?
This race today. This is our race to win. He was so close to doing just that and putting himself securely.
Brett Holmes got robbed, man.
But still a great day for Ben.
He really did.
Josh Sims is with the winner.
Matt DiBenedetto, this is a moment I'm sure you've thought about.
Brett Holmes got Brennan pulled.
years throughout your career. What does it mean right now to be celebrating your first career victory?
It's a disaster at Talladega for you, man.
Oh, praise God.
Praise Jesus.
I was waiting on it.
Ty Gibbs going to complete the sweep for Jesus later today.
Thank you. Man, my fans are, I'm so thankful.
And McDowell's going to win tomorrow.
So much.
DiBenedetto wins, Gibbs wins, McDowell wins tomorrow.
That's so much life change. I'm so thankful. So thankful to do
Be
this. I'm
another
so
eliminated
grateful.
driver.
Everybody, I love you all.
Yeah, Michael, you got me. I should talk your picks. I'll take the money, though.
This whole team. I'm out of breath. I think I was more nervous waiting to hear what happened.
Yeah, and talking about that, I mean, not only break down that final lap, but break down the weight you had at the end. What was going through your mind?
How you going to throw
during the
caution
last
30
10
feet before
minutes?
finish line now? I'm sick of that.
My spotter, Doug Campbell, is awesome. We work together so good. I think in the Cup Series we've led on like the white flag twice here or something at Talladega. So I owe a lot to him. And at the end there, we were just really committed to staying on the bottom. And
Ain't no damn cup driver.
It pushed well, so I was just committed to staying there and pushing whoever's in front of me. And I'm so grateful. I'm so thankful. I'm so thankful. Thank you, Lord. Thank you for a beautiful day. And all
I'm
the
picking
good
McDowell
things.
for tomorrow
This
for one of my
team
bets.
deserves it.
There you go.
Curtis Sutton,
Jesus.
winner.
Big Brad.
Jesus, Dylan.
Michael McDowell, Brad.
Will complete a weekend sweep.
Amazing, and Willie Allen, early team owner, and Boris Shocks, and my
The Lord is on their side, obviously.
guys, man,
You don't think he
they've
loves
gone through some
nowhere
growing
right now?
pains, and
That was some divine
so
intervention.
proud of this team. Congratulations, Matt.
That is pretty crazy.
Well, John Hunter Nemechek led
The
the
more
way
I'm
last
sitting here
night,
thinking
and
about it, that
last
caution
lap, one of
being
those
said
trucks
don't
spinning
make
through
sense.
the infield.
All right, guys.
Think about it.
We'll be back in an hour or less for the Xfinity race. We'll be back. Need a break. Definitely need a break after that one.